WPBK-FM 102.9, Treble Orchard, Stanford. This is Bruce Edgington from PBK Bank, the title sponsor of this radio station. We are glad to bring you this hour of local community radio. For news, weather, sports, and local information, you can bank on WPBK-FM.
The following sports broadcast is an exclusive production of WPBK-FM 102.9.
From the soles of your feet, with every ounce of blood you've got in your body, lay it on the line until the final whistle blows. And if you do that, we cannot lose. We may be behind on the scoreboard at the end of the game, but if you play like that, we cannot be defeated.
Starting defense, place at the table.
We're going inside him. We're going outside him.
find out just how good they are, but one would have to think that PC is going to be a contender for a state title run possibly this year. Lincoln County's 3 opponents so far this year are 7-2 on the season.
Yeah, there's no easy team on this schedule this year for Lincoln County, and Coach Jaggers has talked about that. It's a gauntlet of a schedule, but that's only going to make the team better. And the wins and losses probably isn't where you want it to be if you're big on that. But you got to understand that Lincoln County's opponents have been pretty tough this season.
Bell County is 2-0 all time against Lincoln County. They defeated Lincoln County back in 2007. And then again last year in Log Mountain, a game that Lincoln County fell behind early, never could really battle back in that one. So Bell is 2-0 all time against the Patriots. And then, of course, Bell County, coached by the legendary Dudley Hilton. Coach Hilton went over that 400-win mark last year, Dustin. That's hard to even believe. 400 career wins, second all time in the state of Kentucky.
I mean, impressive stats. And he's been a name across the state, not only here recently, but for years upon years. And Coach Hilton, I mean, he's led a solid program not only at Bell County, but everywhere he's been. And, he's a respected coach, and his team respects him, and they play for him. And that's why he, continually has a successful program.
Bell County is a 3A school. Enrollment there right around 700 kids. So just a little bit smaller school than Lincoln County. A perennial power in 3A. We saw that last year. A tough place to play down there at Log Mountain. They returned to home and home this year. They come to Death Valley for the first time since 2007. So had a chance to talk to Coach Hilton and some of their fans coming in. They're excited to be here.
Absolutely. I mean, Lincoln County is, as we got to see Bell County, and I believe it's Coach Dudley Hilton Field down in Bell County and Log Mountain. And, Lincoln County ranks right up there as well as a beautiful place to play football. And, everybody's excited to always come into Death Valley.
Special night here tonight, Dustin. At halftime, they're going to honor the 2022 track and field state champ, Jermani Crosby. And then also tonight, the 1981 undefeated regular season team here. They went 12-0, lost in the region championship. They're here along with some of the other teams from that area, and they were coached by Coach Donald Woolridge. And it's going to be cool to see those guys get honored at halftime tonight, too.
Getting to talk to some of them before the game has started, I think they would be willing to suit up and get to play one more chance tonight. A lot of great athletes, a lot of names that's been re-mentioned throughout the years, and it's an honor to get them back on this field tonight together.
Countdown to kickoff on the Pepsi Cola of Somerset pregame show. Coach Tim Estes had a chance to catch up with Coach Josh Jaggers this week and talk about the big matchup with Bell County. We'll hear that next. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
Danville's Deal Maker, Bob Allen.
Save more during Jeep Adventure Days at Bob Allen Motor Mall. Hi, I'm John Welsh. Lease a new 22 Jeep Gladiator Sport S for only $329 a month for 42 months. $48.50 plus tax, fees, and first payment due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. Stock C22690. Bob Allen Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Fiat on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com. Lincoln Football Pregame Show, presented by Pepsi Cola of Somerset, proud sponsor of area high school sports.
Hey, it's Heather Brown from Dr. Andy Powell's new privately owned dental practice located in Lincoln Plaza, Cedar Creek Dental. Dr. Powell has served Lincoln County for over 6 years and is excited to continue to provide excellent state-of-the-art care for our community. We offer early morning and evening appointments to accommodate all schedules. At Cedar Creek Dental, Dr. Powell, Heather, Sarah, Jess, and Priscilla are committed to providing a simple, safe, pleasant, and enjoyable experience. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Lincoln Football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
The Lincoln County Patriots return to the friendly confines of Death Valley tonight, playing on Bill Ed Leedy Field. Coach Josh Jaggers joins us now as the Lincoln County Patriots are playing Bell County tonight. We'll talk about them coming up on the Pepsi pregame show. But first, Coach, let's revisit the Pulaski County game last week. Going into it, we knew how good they were. I mean, they had you don't go on the road and defeat Belfry very often like they did, but they did. Got behind early, 36-0, and scored a couple times in the second half. But your thoughts on the Pulaski County game before we look at some individual stats?
There were a lot of silver linings in that game. There really were. I mean, it's kind of hard to look at it because of how the score got in the first half. But in a lot of ways, on defense, we played better than we did the week before against Casey County. And we had some chances there. I don't know how many times we got them. It seemed like in 3rd and long. We made them work for everything. I mean, it wasn't just a total, just all out blitz where it was just like anytime they snapped it, they scored by any means. And their quarterback did a really good job of. He was as much of a threat as anybody, just because he would check. He had 1 or 2 reads, and if they weren't there, he'd just tuck it and go. And then I think one time. We had a big 3rd and 18, and then they threw it out there to Godby. Of course, he's not an all-state receiver for no reason, and getting a lot of Division I looks. And he had guys in the right position, and then just didn't make the play. But then offensively, we finally, kind of got in a groove. So we started out our first series or two doing, some things to try to get some people the ball, and the boys just weren't comfortable with it yet. So we went back to doing what we've been doing. And, it wasn't all doom and gloom by any means. I mean, like I said, in a lot of ways, I felt better after that game the other night than I did against Casey County. So, but they're a good team. You don't go up to Belfry and beat them like they did if you're some slouch. So, or let's just call it what it is. You don't go up and beat Belfry at their place like they did unless you're, somebody that can legitimately win a state title in your class. So, and they've got the makings of a team to compete for one this year again.
You mentioned Chandler Godby. It was Duggar to Godby, Bryson Duggar to Chandler Godby, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times in the game. He had 4 touchdowns. The other score came on a 3-yard rush from Cody Nichols. Coach, it was a 45-yard touchdown pass, a 10-yard touchdown pass, 24-yard touchdown pass, and then 56-yard touchdown pass. And a lot of those were, the receivers make the quarterbacks get a whole lot of yardage sometimes just because they get them a quick hitch or a slant or something like that. And that kid can run. You could put him in the backfield and he could run the ball. Yeah,
he can house it from wherever. He kind of reminds you of kind of like back in the day, when Tim Couch and Craig East and those guys are up at UK, and Tim Couch will just throw it out there to Craig East and Anthony White or whoever else, and they just go make a play. And that's kind of like what it was the other night. But they're a tandem now, those two. Like I said, with Duggar, what he did really well is, he'd take off, and when he would take off, he would take off. So once they got in space, it made things even hard. But I was just proud of how we made them. We made them work for stuff. Is what I felt like. It wasn't just. They had to go on some drives outside of maybe 1 touchdown or 2. They had to put together, sustain a little bit of a drive. So it's something to build on for sure.
Their final score of the first half came with 29 seconds to go, and then the 2-point conversion put Pulaski County up 36-0. It'll be a running clock after that. You come out in the second half, and basically after that time period, it gives the younger kids a chance to play in a varsity-type atmosphere. Your Jediah Henry had a 10-yard fumble recovery for your first score. The 2-point conversion was no good. You scored all your points there in the third quarter. Ross Gibson had a safety, made it 36-8, and then Sawyer Horton had a nice 46-yard pass to Elon Lane for your final score, 36-14. So you put 3 scores on the board there in the second half in the third quarter.
Yeah, we did. And, we kept a lot of our guys in, and they didn't really start mass substituting until sometime in the fourth quarter. Of course, in a running clock like that. And I don't blame them. Those older kids, younger guys have their JV games and freshman games. And, I've been on both ends of the running clock thing before. It was a lot of them good and a lot of them not so good. But, those older kids, they practice all week, so – I was proud to see us come out against a lot of their older guys that they still had in there in the third quarter. And, we just kind of buckled up and started playing.
Coach Josh Jaggers joins us on the Pepsi Pregame Show before Lincoln County gets ready to play Bell County in the Valley tonight. Some team stats. Coach had 41 plays for 119 yards. Pulaski County, when you say only 36 plays for the whole game for 341 yards and 5 touchdowns, you had 41 plays for 119 yards. And then individually, Sawyer Horton, 5 out of 18 for 63. Reed Curlis, 4 carries, 23 yards. Sawyer Horton, 8 carries for 18. Ethan Lane, 5 carries for 16. Micah Phillips, 4 carries for 4. And Elon Lane was on there twice, actually. Yeah. Receiving, Seth Horton had 1 reception for 5. Elon Lane, 3 receptions for 51. And Trevor Bennett is a name that we hadn't called. Trevor Bennett had a reception for 7 yards. So, again, a lot of different names in the offense.
Yes, there is. And this week's been more of that as well. Just trying to spread the wealth a little bit. I mean, trying to find out who our playmakers are. And we got a pretty good idea who they are. But it's nice to be able to have guys like, talking about Connor Davis getting his first interception, and then Elon Lane's able to. I mean, Elon's just a Swiss Army knife. You can split him out, you can give him the ball. Reed had another good little game being a freshman, and tried getting Cody the ball a couple times. People recognize Cody real quick. And I told him, I said, look, it's I've seen this before where, if you got one, I mean, not that all of our guys aren't noticeable, but when Cody's got some wheels, and a lot of people are going to play, and they've done that. Danville did it, Casey did it some, and then, Pulaski did it the other night. I mean, they're going to play man under 2 deep on him a lot of times. If he's to the single receiver side, they're not going to leave somebody out there on him by himself. So, his touches haven't been what we wanted them to be, but a lot of that's just because they're trying to take him away, and we're being able to go to other people. So it was nice to see Trevor get out there. Trevor's one of our few seniors and works extremely hard in practice, and just got a great attitude about him and willing to do whatever, play whatever role he needs to. So yeah, it was nice to we've got some guys we're spreading the ball around to a little bit, and the good thing about it is most of them are pretty young guys.
Coach Josh Jaggers joins us on the Pepsi Pregame Show. And Coach, we talked last week going into the Pulaski County game. In the first 2 games, you had 0 turnovers, and the other night you had not 1 but 2, and a defensive safety, a defensive touchdown, scoop and score for Jediah, and then also the interception you mentioned about Connor. So you did have some takeaways.
Yes, we did, and that was a way to bow our backs down there at first drive, and then Connor came up with that interception, and then, of course, we come out there in the second half, and Jediah has that scoop and score, and Khalil White got out there, and we all kind of figured it'd take Khalil just a few games to start figuring this thing out, and he's going to be a man-child. I mean, he already kind of has the size of one as a sophomore, but once he figures this thing out, I feel sorry for the people who are going to have to try to block him. And then Ross getting that safety. So like I said, going back to the first part, I mean, defensively, we did a lot of good things. It wasn't. We did probably more good things than we've done since maybe the last half of the Danville game, and so that was encouraging to see.
Coach Josh Jaggers joins us on the Pepsi Pregame Show, and when we return, we'll talk about Bell County. Lincoln County falls to Pulaski County last week, 36-14. You're listening to the Pregame Show on WPBK-FM 102.9.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, you know why we're here. The football season is back! Woo! And since that's too amazing to miss a single second's worth, Pepsi is officially giving you permission to always put football first. Like, maybe those in-laws are back in town. Well, better hope they're football fans, because your Sunday is completely booked. Long story short, crack open a Pepsi and don't let anything get between you and your football watching. With love, Pepsi, made for football watching. That's what I like.
Lincoln Football Pregame Show, presented by Pepsi Cola of Somerset, proud sponsor of area high school sports.
Cornerstone Realty and Auction in Lancaster will make your dreams come true. Broker and owner Deonica Asbury and her team are ready to help you reach the real estate finish line. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or selling your existing home, navigating real estate can be tough. Let Cornerstone Realty and Auction make it easy. Specializing in Garrett, Lincoln, and surrounding counties, they're your local real estate experts. Cornerstone Realty and Auction, 859-329-8193.
Lincoln Football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
Our second segment with head coach Josh Jaggers as the Lincoln County Patriots take on Bell County at home tonight in the Valley on the Pepsi Pregame Show. And, Coach, first question, and we got to talk about the man, the myth, and the legend, Dudley Hilton. We're going to talk about their offense and defense, but you have had a chance to go against Dudley before as a head coach, I think, when you were at LaRue County.
Yep.
But now this is a guy that right up there with some of the best in high school football, still coaching after all these years. What are your thoughts on Coach Dudley?
You said it, the man, the myth, the legend. I mean, he's been around for, he's got almost maybe 40 years in as a head football coach, if not more. And, I mean, he's just – the thing that I appreciate about Coach Dudley is in him and, Philip Haywood, a lot. And then in 2022, a lot of people think that you can't have success doing what they do, playing old school football.
Right.
And they're completely wrong. If you're not in the shotgun, it's like, well, it's not, I don't know. I've never bought into that, obviously. But they just do what they do. And their kids come off the ball and they're physical. Always seems to that's the first thing when I turned on the film, looking at them. And then I remember being as a kid when we went to camp with them, it seems like Bell County's just always kind of got these just physical, stocky built running backs that just hit it hard. And they still do that. In 2014 we played against one another when I was at LaRue, and he was his first year he was at Taylor, and going back to styles of play, it was a shootout. We got beat 41 to 34 or 43 to 34, something like that. All I know is after the game, it was a total of right at or a little over 1,000 total yards offense on both teams, and both those were in the wishbone. So, yeah, we got in a shootout, and then went down to Bell County in 2012, my first year as a head football coach at LaRue. And after we beat Corbin in the first round of the playoffs, we went to Log Mountain and played down there. And Coach Hilton wasn't the head coach there then. We got beat 35-14. It was a good game. We were tied 14-14 at halftime, and then we came out the second half, and that ball bounces a weird way sometimes. I think we fumbled had 4 turnovers on our next 4 possessions. So it was hard to beat anybody doing that. But, they do what they do. And in a day and age, like I said, where if it's not in a shotgun, people don't think it's cool enough, they just go ahead and just toss that theory out the window because they keep winning with it. And they've won with it for a long time, and they're going to continue to win with it. Just not tonight, hopefully. Not tonight, hopefully.
Well, when you talk about Coach Dudley Hilton, I can close my eyes right now and pretty much see the belly series that he's probably going to run. He's going to establish the fullback first. Yep. If you don't tackle the fullback, he's going to give to the second back through. Yep. If you tackle him, the quarterback's going to keep it. So are they running a lot of the 3-back type set with the 2 running backs that he likes is Daniel Thomas, and Dawson Woolham, and they both have 30. One has 30, the other has 34, so it's like a 2-headed monster, I guess.
Yeah, it is, and Thomas will go back there and play quarterback some as well. They'll base out of the bone some this year. They're doing some belly stuff, not reading it like they have in years past, but they're kind of more of a, they get in the eye a whole lot. They get in the pro set, and they'll get in the twins look, which, as you know, and we all know, you can do a lot of that. You can do all the same things from the wishbone or whether you get in the eye. But that's kind of what they work out of. I mean, their big play this year is if they're not able to run the belly, they're going to run blast. And we've told the kids all week long, if you can't stop blast ISO, they're going to run that until you make them stop them. And that's really kind of their baby right now. And then when they play action pass, a lot of times it's just one-man routes. But Burnett he'll let it eat. And when they throw it, they're taking shots. And they like I said earlier, it's Dudley Hilton-esque team. Up front, they don't seem to have the size that they normally do. But, man, Coach, their backs, when they hit it, and it's full speed. And Thomas and Woolham are carrying the load, and then the Raby kid at fullback, number 9. I mean, he looks like an old school throwback fullback. Looks like Mike Alstad out there. Got a neck roll and got a cowboy collar or whatnot. So but I think you'll see them when they're going to try to get in the bone, but they're operating a lot out of a pro set, I set, more times than not this year.
Their quarterback is Blake Burnett. He wears number 6. A lot of single-digit numbers. You got 2, 4, and 6 in the backfield back there. In 2 games, he has 10 out of 16 passing, 226 yards, 113 net yards per game, and only 1 interception. So that shows me that he's throwing the high percentage type passes.
He is. He 100% is. They'll throw some fade routes off of just fake and blast or quick pitch, and then they'll throw some like just simple tight end, just tight end pop plays. And then they've got a couple kind of throwbacks, as we call them, not necessarily bootlegs as much as they are. Look like you're sprinting out one way and, whoops, there goes a guy at the backside. So they, they don't throw it a lot, but when they do, they make it count. And, that's, in my opinion, that's as dangerous as it is, somebody out there trying to throw it 45, 50 times a game. I mean, when you throw it, you got to make it count, and they make it count.
Coach Josh Jaggers talks about the Bell County offense on the Pepsi Cola pregame show. And when we return, we'll talk about the defense of the Bobcats, Lincoln County and Bell County in action tonight on WPBK-FM 102.9.
Deputy Fife here. I was down at Floyd's getting my Thanksgiving haircut, and Floyd told me how Bluegrass Drugstore helped with all his prescription needs. Then Gomer came in and told me how they'd helped him find the right CBD products. Then Emmett told me how they had the home health care supplies he needed. Before you head to Floyd's for your Thanksgiving haircut, visit Bluegrass Drugstore off North 127 Bypass in Danville. I'll be down at Floyd's to hear your story, too.
Lincoln Football Pregame Show, presented by Pepsi Cola of Somerset, proud sponsor of area high school sports.
Did you know that when you buy a vehicle in another county, your registration and taxes likely stay in that county? Did you know that you can request that your registration and taxes go to Lincoln County? It doesn't matter where you get your vehicle, just ask that the taxes are paid to Lincoln County. Your Lincoln County Clerk, Sonny Spoonamore, reminds you to keep it local. For more information, call the clerk's office at 365-4570.
Lincoln Football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
Our final segment with head coach Josh Jaggers of the Lincoln County Patriots on the Pepsi pregame show. And Coach, back in the Valley tonight for the first time in a couple of weeks. You've been away for a couple of weeks over Danville and at Pulaski County. Got Bell County, Dudley Hilton coming in. We've talked about their offense. Let's talk a little bit about their defense. As I remember Coach Hilton from the past, he's been an even front type of defensive coach. Do they do the same thing?
They do the same thing. They'll stay in their even front. They'll play just like they'll play a stack where they're in 2s and 5s or 2s and 6s, depending on if you have a tight end. Sometimes they'll give you a shade in the 3 or 1-3 stack look, depending on where the strength is, and then sometimes out of that even front, they'll kind of get into a bare front, where they'll cover up the nose and tackles. And then they're going to stay in that even front until you make them get out of it. And when they go, so if we're getting any kind of spread sets and, what we call ace, 2x2, and then trip sets, they're going to still probably try to stay in that one high look. But if you're hurting them with it, passing the ball, they'll drop their defenses. Defensive side, left side, outside linebacker, which is, their strong safety, and they'll drop him back to a safety and sometimes give you like a 4-1, 4-3 look. So they're multiple within it, but they're still just like offense. They're still doing what they do. I mean, it's a Dudley Hilton team to the core, and but we feel like there's some things that we can do against them. We really do, from running and throwing wise. So this is we say it every game, but it comes down to turnovers and limiting big plays. But this game is going to be one that's going to be won up front 100% because of their style and what we do too as well, from either under center and the gun. I mean, it's going to be one up front.
Coach Jaggers joins us on the pregame show tonight before Lincoln County takes on Bell County in the Valley. Now, you talked about the size of their offensive line. A school that's the size of Bell County probably has some kids that go both ways. Will there be some of those same kids on the defensive line, and how do they match up with our big offensive line?
There is, one kid that really stands out, defensive end. I can't remember his name. I'm terrible with the names, but I, obviously recognize the numbers. But they got a number 5. He's defensive end. that plays tight end and defense. I think it's a defensive end for him, but they'll move him around some, whatnot. And then you got you guys like Thomas and Woolham, and then also Raby at 9. And you'll see a lot of those same guys. They're playing both ways, and they get after it, whether they're at their linebacker positions or whether they're rolling down playing strong safety. They just like being in the backfield on offense, when they hit it, it's. I heard a defensive coach say one time talking about outside linebackers and safeties. They said, "Don't go till you know, but when you know, go." Mm-hmm. And that's kind of how they do. I mean, they get downhill and they got some athletes out there still. I don't know where they all come from all the time, but I mean, it's as soon as I turned on the film, I'm like, these guys look the same all the time. Whether it's down at camp in 1991, whether it's, playing them when I was at LaRue in 2012 or now, I'm like, I don't, but it's just like, it's like they don't change. It's just they just like they're clones of one another, So, but yeah, they've got several of those guys that go both ways. But like I said, 5, I can't remember his name. I'm terrible about the names, but the defensive end and tight end, he's tough. And then you're going to see a lot of key guys that are toting the ball for him, playing back in there in the second half of the secondary of the defense, and they'll tackle. They'll come up fast and they'll tackle.
The Pepsi Cola pregame show with Coach Josh Jaggers on with us before Lincoln County takes on Bell County. And, Coach, let's talk a little bit about the psyche of the team. I know that the Danville game was close until, they scored late. Casey County game was a shootout until, they got ahead a couple touchdowns. And then the Pulaski County game last week was a running clock after halftime. When you come back to practice on Mondays and things, how's the psyche of the team? I mean, you're 0-3 right now, but a daggone good 0-3 team against a schedule that nobody would want to play against.
No, you said it. And that's what we told the boys. And we told them that Friday night. And I've told them that every Friday night. I said, you're a good football team. And you don't let anybody tell you different. And you're playing a schedule that you said it. I mean, I was looking at the other day, I think on Cal Preps or whatnot. And according to Cal Preps, our strength of schedule in 4A right now is number 3 or 4. I think Lexington Catholic and Louisville Central is ahead of us. And then Boyle's strength of schedule is even behind us right now. So, we're 3 Rudy Poo teams away from being 3-0, 2-1 at the worst, or 3-0. Let's just call it what it is. That's the faith I have in these guys and how hard they've been playing. But the psyche's good. It really is. I mean, we on Wednesday had without a doubt the best practice we've probably had since the Danville week. And we've had good practices the previous couple weeks, but this, having coached and all that. People think being a head coach is just Friday nights in practice, but you're about halfway psychiatrist and counselor and everything else. And, it's exactly what it is. But and then you kind of get to a point where, like, all right, I'm done trying to figure these kids out because you can't even figure out any rhyme or reason. Sometimes they come out and it's a sluggish practice, and then other times the next day they'll come out and have one like we had Wednesday where it was as good as any practice we've had all year long. So the psyche's good. The young guys, JV guys are doing well. They're 3-0 right now. So there's a whole lot of positives, and they know who we're playing against. They know that we're playing as tough of a schedule as it comes. Class 4A and below. So they're still slugging, they're still fighting, and expecting big things this year, and I am too.
And with so many kids in new positions, and they didn't have to play in the past because you had so many seniors and juniors the last couple years. Coach, our final question for you tonight on the Pepsi pregame show. Keys of the game. Will we see anything different tonight than what we've seen in the past with trying to establish the line of scrimmage, making sure the turnovers are kept to a minimum, if 0 would be best, and low penalties, just all those kinds of things.
Low penalties, field position is going to be key. It was something about the Pulaski County game that I think it's the most underrated aspect of high school football. In college and pro, it seems like everybody, it doesn't matter because it's a wash, but our field position's got to improve. And, and if we win that battle, we win the turnover battle and win it up front, I like our chances. I really like our chances. And as far as offensively, Not going to see much different. You know, a lot of what we've done the last 2 or 3, we have our system, we have our core handful of things we hang our hat on, and then the rest of it's just to kind of, you know, formation in people, really, to kind of get them where we want them, to give ourselves the best chances of moving the ball and scoring. So, you know, there might be a couple things that flash. People might see that we've kind of had hidden in our back pocket for tonight. But no, the keys to it, I mean, field position, win the turnover battle, and who wins it up front is going to determine this ball game, 100%.
Kickoff is coming up next. You've been listening to Coach Josh Jaggers on the Pepsi Cola pregame show. It's Lincoln County and Bell County. The Bobcats from Log Mountain in the Valley on WPBK-FM 102.9.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability, durability, and versatility built in. Like #1 selling Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today. If you're looking for quality equipment and exceptional services provided by trained experts, visit your local Kubota dealer, Lawson Tractor and Implement in Stanford today.
Lincoln Football Pregame Show, presented by Pepsi Cola of Somerset, proud sponsor of area high school sports.
While so many of us ask big questions about what happens when we die, we often forget to ask questions that will capture the way that we lived. Take time to think about the type of funeral services that you would want. Traditional? Celebratory? Will the service reflect your unique interests and personality? Contact McKnight Funeral Home and Monument Company and let funeral directors Kyle McKnight and Jamie Oakes assist you in pre-planning your funeral service today. McKnight Funeral Home and Monument Company, family owned and committed to serving you with dignity.
The Urban Group, Realtors and Auctioneers, no one sells it better.
Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers in Lancaster proudly support our home team Patriots on the field and off. If you're looking to buy, sell, or auction your property, no one sells it better than Urban Realtors and Auctioneers. Our professional agents can help you navigate the home buying or selling process while taking the stress off of you. Follow us on Facebook or visit us at urvangroup.com. Urban Group, supporting the Patriots and your community for over 50 years.
The Urban Group, Realtors and Auctioneers, no one sells it better.
The kickoff is next. Lincoln Football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall on Maple Avenue in Danville. This game is also brought to you by AGE Engineering, engineering Kentucky's future. By Angie Doolin, candidate for Lincoln County Circuit Court Clerk. By Animal Care Center, offering comprehensive veterinary care for the total well-being of your pet. By Bluegrass Drugstore, your health is their priority. By Bluegrass Feed and Supply, local family-owned, community-oriented feed and supply store. By Builder Supply, your do-it-best center. By Carol Hill, attorney at law in Stanford. By Cedar Creek Dental and Lincoln Plaza Shopping Center. By Coleman's Drugstore and Deli, a Health Mart Pharmacy. By Cornerstone Realty and Auction, your local real estate expert. By Dalton Miller, Stanford Mayor. By David Gambrell, candidate for Lincoln County PBA. By Durham's Grocery, large enough to accommodate, small enough to appreciate. By Fox and Friend Funeral Home, your friends in funeral service. By Guardian Exterminating and Be Green Lawn Care, guarding your home, business, and the environment. By Inter-County Energy Cooperative, your touchstone energy cooperative. By Urban Group Realty and Auctioneers, realtors and auctioneers since 1967. By Jason Todd, State Farm Insurance Agent. By Jim Adams, Lincoln County Judge Executive. By Julian Gonder and Associates, Certified Public Accountant. By Kentucky Farm Bureau Agent Sonia Bratcher, big on commitment. By Lawson Tractor and Implement, your local Kubota dealer. By Lincoln County Board of Education, every student, every classroom, every day. College, career, and citizenship ready. By Kentucky Farm Bureau Agent Michaela King, big on commitment. By Lincoln County Public Library, read, search, discover, learn, grow. By Mary Adams, candidate for Lincoln County PBA. By McKnight Funeral Home and Monument Company, serving our community with grace and passion. By PBK Bank, your community bank since 1906. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. By Pepsi Cola of Somerset, proud sponsor of area high school sports. By Ricky Lane, candidate for Lincoln County School Board. By Sean Slusher, your shelter insurance agent. By Seabold Heating and Air, sales, service, and installation. By Sonny Spoonamore, Lincoln County Court Clerk. By Stanford Utilities and Waterworks, providing quality water to our area. And by Woods Adams, Lincoln County Judge Executive Elect. Stay tuned. Lincoln Football up next on WPBK-FM, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
Lincoln Football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
4 minutes away from kickoff here at Death Valley, the Lincoln County Patriots and the Bell County Bobcats set to do battle here tonight. Brad Smith alongside Dustin Oney. Philip Smith on video tonight that you can watch on the YouTube live stream. Just go to YouTube, search WPBK-FM, and you'll be able to watch and listen to the big game tonight. Dustin, another huge crowd filing in here tonight. It looks like it's Little League cheerleader night. All the little middle school and youth cheerleaders out with the high school, and another huge crowd out here.
Absolutely, and, you know, after what we've seen back a couple weeks ago, back at the Death Valley Bowl, and, you know, Lincoln County has showed up again. Stands are starting to fill up, and, you know, a lot of excitement starting to buzz here down on Bill Ed Lady Field.
Let's take a look at some stats for Lincoln County as we await to kick off, just over 3.5 minutes away to game time. Leading passer on the season, number 1, Sawyer Horton. He's 20 of 43, 47% completion rate, 360 yards, 4 TDs, and only 1 turnover, and that's something the junior quarterback's done a great job of, Dustin's take care of the football.
Absolutely, and, you know, what we talked about with Coach Josh Jaggers last week is even some of his incompletions were just smart throwaway plays. You know, instead of trying to force anything into trouble, you know, as he started to develop, get older, get more mature, he's starting to make the smart plays. If nothing's there, he's just going to throw it away. You know, a good leader for Lincoln County.
On the ground, Lincoln County led by freshman Reed Curlis, but bad news on that front. The freshman is out for the year with a torn ACL. It's a huge loss for Lincoln County. You hate it for Reed. He's having a great freshman campaign. So, Dustin, they've been running back by committee. Of course, Staten Gar hurt in the preseason. You're down 2 of your halfbacks now, but Lincoln County's blessed to have a lot of kids that can run the ball. You'll see number 28, Micah Phillips, number 3, Elon Lane, and then, of course, Sawyer is also doing a good job rushing the ball. With Reed out, he would be our leading rusher at 94 yards on the season.
As a Kentucky fan, that's all I've heard is running backs going down, and hated to hear the news about Reed, but, yeah, I mean, Lincoln County can fill it back up with some more able bodies.
Receiving, Seth Horton, 6 catches, 150 yards. Connor Davis, 7 catches, 82 yards. Elon Lane, 4 grabs for 72. And Cody Carter, 3 catches for 57 yards and a touchdown. And all those guys capable of getting it done. We're just 2 minutes away from kickoff. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
Seabold Heating and Air provides the heating and air services you need. Heating and air repair, installation, and maintenance. Whether your current heating system needs to be replaced, repaired, or simply needs maintenance, Seabold Heating and Air is the company to call for regularly servicing your equipment before you need emergency repairs, saving you stress and money in the long run. Seabold Heating and Air, keeping you cool in the summer and warm in the winter.
Since 1957, Durham's Grocery at 606 Lancaster Street in Sanford has been serving Sanford and the surrounding community with a full line of groceries, fresh meats, quality produce, and a full-service deli with homemade salads. They offer money orders and are also a payment center for KU, Atmos Energy, AT&T, and more. For fast, friendly service all the way to your car, Durham's Grocery is big enough to accommodate, small enough to appreciate. That's Durham's Grocery.
Lincoln Football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
It's the Patriots and the Bobcats. Patriots looking for their first win of the season here tonight at Death Valley. Lincoln County 0-3, lost at Pulaski County last week. And, Dustin, I thought that was a game where, especially in the second half, Lincoln County seemed outmatched in the first half, got down big, but there was no quit in them. They came out and played a really good second half. Hopefully they can build off that here tonight at home against Bell County.
Absolutely, and, you know, first half against Pulaski County, not what you want to draw up, but you know how difficult Pulaski County is. But even besides the running clock, which unfortunately got put on them, there was no quit, battled back, some young guys got in. Lincoln County really battled till the end.
Lincoln County getting ready to run out, and a huge spirit line out on the field. Good crowd filing in here. It's a huge night as we're going to honor the state champions of Monty Crosby. The 1981 undefeated regular season team is here, so a great environment for high school football here at Death Valley.
Absolutely. I mean, Lincoln County decked out in all the red, looking nice, which, Brad, leads me to this point, and that's our Cornerstone Realty and Auction keys to the game. What we seen last week against Pulaski County, reason why Lincoln County, I believe, got down so deep is field position. It seemed like every time Pulaski got the ball, they were near midfield or closer to their end zone. Lincoln County starting way back at their own 20. for Lincoln County to be successful tonight, win the field position battle. Put yourself in good position, and the way you can do that, which leads me to my next key of the game, is be able to move the ball. Lincoln County struggled last week, and I know that seems obvious, but find ways to keep the ball moving, keep the chains moving. Set yourself up where if you do have to punt, you're pinning Bell County deep.
Lincoln County averaging 20 points a game. They're giving up 37, averaging 115 on the ground, 120 through the air. Defensively, they're giving up 208 on the ground. Only 55 in the air, but it's kind of misleading, Dustin, because teams have been able to run the ball so well, they've not had to throw the ball. Bell County, you know what you're going to get with them. They're going to come out, line up, pound you. They're averaging 36 a game, giving up 34, and they run for 228 yards per game. We're ready to kick off. Angie Doolin, candidate for Circuit Court Clerk kickoff. Lincoln County will be going left to right on your radio dial. Red uniforms, white tops. Bell County, white tops, blue bottoms, white helmets. They're coached by Dudley Helton, the legendary coach with over 400 wins, number 2 all-time in the state of Kentucky. We're ready to get it on here. Friday Night Lights, the Patriots will receive the ball first. Connor Davis and Cody Carter back deep for Lincoln County.
See if Lincoln County can get off to a better start against Bell County compared to last season.
Booming kick. Connor Davis runs over, fields it on the 11, comes up the right sideline to the 25. He's at the 30, tripped up, breaks a tackle, lunges forward to the 35-yard line. Lincoln County will take over 1st and 10 from there.
Nice return by Connor, getting up near midfield, and that's one of, like we talked about, our Cornerstone Realty and Auction keys to the game, good field position. Now you're at the 35. Let's see what Lincoln County can do their first time out on offense.
Lincoln County led by junior quarterback Sawyer Horton. He's a 6'2 quarterback. He's a very adequate passer, gets it done on the ground. And Lincoln County will come out in a one-back set with Phillips beside him. Levi Warren at H-back. 2 receivers split to the left. Connor Davis to the near side on the right sideline. From the shotgun formation, Sawyer Horton gives final direction to the Lincoln County offensive lineman. Takes the snap. Inside handoff to Phillips. He's got daylight up near midfield, thrown down at the 49-yard line. A huge gain on 1st down for Micah Phillips. A Bluegrass Drugstore 1st down for Lincoln County.
I thought Phillips was going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage, but he had other plans, Brad. Looked like a slithering snake going through there, a little fake this way, fake that way, and busted up for a nice 17-yard gain.
Back to the line. Shotgun formation, no huddle offense. Horton will pass. Out on the right side, caught by Connor Davis at the 45-yard line. Picks up around 3, we'll call it 4 on the completion.
And that's a nice first down play call for Lincoln County. Just keep the ball moving. Now you set yourself in second and manageable.
Horton stays in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left. Fakes it to Phillips. Keeps it himself up the middle. He breaks free. 1st down yardage. Horton tackled down near the 32-yard line, a pickup of 13, and another Bluegrass Drugstore 1st down for Lincoln County.
This is what you like to see. That offensive line, who I thought Pulaski County got the best of them last week, has come out fired up this week.
Give inside this time to Phillips. Hurry up offense. Phillips moves the pile, and the big red jerseys up front do a number as they've done on this drive. Phillips able to pick up positive yards, another 4-yard pickup. 2nd and 6, 10:40 to play here in the first quarter. Ball inside the 30 down to the 27-yard line of Bell County.
Big Zane Mullins leading the way, throwing some pancakes out.
Horton stays in that shotgun formation. He looks to throw. Caught. Elon Lane inside the red zone to the 18-yard line. Another 10-yard pickup. Call it 11 for Big E, and another Bluegrass Drugstore 1st down for the Patriots.
I'm loving this drive by Lincoln County. It's nothing but short and simple, and it's working.
1st and 10 from the 17. Red zone trip for the Patriot offense. Horton gives it to Phillips. Phillips hit right at the line, falls forward, maybe picks up 2. Set up 2nd down at 8 from the 15. 10 minutes to play here in the opening quarter on our McKnight Funeral Home and Monument Company scoreboard.
Bell County brought in a linebacker late to make that tackle, but Phillips was being nice and patient, allowing his blocks to set up. That's something you haven't seen from Lincoln County so far.
Horton tries to hand it off, and he was a little read option, fumbles it, falls back on it, and maybe even picks up a yard. Unfortunate there because he had some running room. So Horton falls on the fumble. back a little bit past the line of scrimmage. We'll call it 3rd and 6. 9:29 to play first quarter. Two receivers split far left. Connor Davis to the right near the Lincoln County sideline. Big third down play here for the Patriot offense. Inside handoff to Phillips down near the 11-yard line. He's going to be short of the first, but it's decision time now. Do you trot out the sophomore kicker Kobe Downs or go for it here on 4th and short? Looks like actually 4th and a long forward, Dustin.
I'd say with that running play, it was a 2-play decision. Set up something shorter and set up a big 4th down here for Lincoln County.
They're going to go. Horton stays in the gun. Two receivers to his left. Hard count. Bell County discipline. No movement. Now Horton takes the snap. Gives to Phillips. Hit right at the line, and he's going to be short on the inside handoff on 4th and 4. Picks up 2. Turnover on downs. Bell County's defense holds here. Their first possession of the night. We'll begin with 8:43 on the clock here in the first quarter.
After a drive where Lincoln County took over and really manhandled Bell County down the field, drive stalls out 10-yard line.
So the Big Red Nation defense out on the field for the first time. Leading tackler on the season, Connor Davis, 19 tackles. Ross Gibson has 18. Zach Duncan with 17. Bell County goes from the wishbone. And will whistle in the first play. It looks like movement on Lincoln County.
Yeah, they're going to get encroachment.
Our first penalty of the night. And it is an encroachment call on the Patriots, so a free 5 yards for the Bobcats. They'll have it now out on the 15-yard line. 1st and 5 from there. 8:43 to play first quarter. No score.
You got to think for Lincoln County, juices are flowing right now. You want to see them get in the backfield. Just a little too early on that.
Lincoln County with a 3-man front. Linebacker comes up to make 4 on the line. Wishbone. Handoff to the fullback. Hit immediately. Falls forward. Picks up a yard.
Nice job by Lincoln County. And they're moving Ross Gibson around. Seeing if they can get a matchup going with him. And Lincoln County's facing him 4 up front this time.
Thomas Daniel, the leading rusher on the season for Bell County. 243 yards. Right about 8 yards per carry, 3 touchdowns. Bell County will operate from the wishbone a lot, but you'll also see them go back and run, some I formation, which they're doing here. Receivers split both ways. Bell County with a handoff off right tackle, and it's going to be enough for a first down. Picks up around 3, needed 2. 1st and 10 Bobcats.
2 runs, and that's where the encroachment really hurts you. That's 5 yards you gave to them. They picked up 7. You're setting up 3rd and 3 without that.
Quarterback for Bell County is Blake Burnett. Only 16 pass attempts on the season. He's capable. 226 yards, 63% passer. Goes back under center, wishbone formation. 1 receiver to the left. Burnett gives it to his halfback on the left side. Big daylight opens up, and Daniels is off to the races to the 40, to the 30. He's going to go. A 78-yard touchdown run by Thomas Daniel on a simple dive play, and it's 6-0 Bell County with 7:21 to play here in the first quarter.
Where Lincoln County we thought was doing really good, that hole broke open, and Daniel took it to the house.
Thomas Daniel come in, as we mentioned, averaging around 8 yards per carry, and you saw it there. He hit the hole, and off to the races he went. 78-yard touchdown run, and Bell County with an early 6-0 lead. Extra point pending. Looks like Bell County may go for 2 here, Dustin. And they will. Burnett stays in at quarterback. He'll go under center. 2 backs behind him. 2-point conversion attempt for Bell County. Burnett takes it. It's a toss on the left side. Lincoln County gets out there. Gibson nearly tackles him. He spins out of it and scores. Gibson had a shot, but Bell converts, and at 7:21 to play here in the first quarter, it's Bobcats 8, Patriots 0. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
This is John Hackley. When I was appointed county attorney, I became the first LCHS graduate to hold a county office. David Gambrill became the first Lincoln County Patriot elected to a county office. As a close friend for 45 years, I've witnessed his heart for service in many ways. He has served as well as PVA. Please join me in voting on November 8th to keep David Gambrill, Lincoln County PVA.
Paid for by the David Gambrill Campaign Fund.
During the good times in life, such as a promotion or the birth of a new baby, who do you call to share in your excitement? You call a friend. During the difficult times in life, such as the loss of a loved one, who do you call for support and comfort? You call a friend. John David and Mary Benton Friend, your friends in funeral service. We also offer a full line of monument products. Contact us anytime, 365-2670 or 379-2011.
Lincoln Football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
Candidate for Circuit Court Clerk kickoff. It's a high booming kick. Lincoln signals for the fair catch, and they drop it. Connor Davis luckily able to jump on it on the Patriot 29-yard line.
Very fortunate. There's a high pooch kick. Our local internet connectivity is powered by Skyline Broadband, and this game is brought to you in part by Carol Hill, attorney at law in Stanford, by Gonder & Associates, your certified public accountant in Stanford, by Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Sonia Bratcher, agent, by Dalton Miller, Stanford mayor, by Lincoln County Judge Executive James Woods Adams. Jimbo is a big supporter of Lincoln County football.
Dawson Woolham converts the 2-point attempt for the Bobcats, and they lead 8-0 here, 7:19 to play first quarter. Patriots' second possession of the evening will begin on their own 29-yard line. Elon Lane in the backfield with Sawyer Horton, Seth Horton, and Connor Davis to the right side. Cody Carter, the lone receiver, to the left. Hand off to Elon Lane. Good hole opens up. Lane moves the pile out to the 35-yard line, and a penalty flag comes in. It's a gain of 6. We'll see what the call is.
After the play, you wonder if it's a face mask.
Some sort of dead ball penalty. Personal foul face mask on Bell County. So Lincoln County will take the 6 yards and add on 15 more, and they find themselves in Bobcat territory again here on their second drive of the night.
I thought the first drive they came out executed really well up until the drive stalled out on the fourth down. I'd like to see Lincoln County get back to that.
The botched snap or handoff really slowed the drive down, Dustin. You're right. Horton fakes it to Elon Lane, keeps it himself. Picks up around 4 yards on the read option play. 6:50 to play first quarter. Patriots trail 8-0. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the Bell County 45-yard line.
So far, field position, Lincoln County doing a nice job on their first 2 drives.
Horton stays in the gun. 2 receivers to his left. Gives it to Lane. Lane on the stretch play moves to around the 41 where he's brought down. Picks up 3. 3rd down and short for the Patriot offense.
What I'm liking to see out of it, and it's led by this front for Lincoln County, the offensive line. The backs are getting to the line of scrimmage easy and getting a full head of steam. That's why you're seeing the 7-8 yard gains. Only 4 there for Lane, but still the line is driving the defensive line for Pulaski County off the ball.
3rd and 2 on the Bell County 42-yard line. Horton gives it inside. Lane again, bust free, first down, inside the 40, down to the 35-yard line. It'll be a Bluegrass Drugstore first down for Lincoln County.
Lincoln County averaging 1.5 yards last week per carry, is already over 5 yards per carry. Now up to 63 yards rushing for Lincoln County.
Horton stays in the gun. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to the right. Fake handoff this time to Lane. He's got a man. It's Cody Carter. He's caught inside the 20 on the 18-yard line. He's dropped right there. 17-yard connection from Horton to Carter, and another Bluegrass Drugstore first down for Lincoln County.
That was beautifully designed. Lincoln County baited Bell County in with the run. It was just a fake, and there Cody Carter struck wide open down the field, hit him on stride. Nice pitch and catch.
Play action pass worked successfully there. 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Horton gives it to Lane. He'll try the left side this time. Hit right at the line of scrimmage and dropped.
Bell County played that one well. Sent 2 defenders on that side. Met Lane right at the line of scrimmage.
Woolham and Kennedy on the tackle for the Bobcats. Second down and 10 from the Bell County 17. 5:01 to play first quarter. Bell County leading 8-0. Horton will stay in the gun. No huddle offense. Takes the snap, rolls to his right. He's got a man back of the end zone. It's Connor Davis. Lunges, caught. Touchdown, the Con Man. 17-yard touchdown pass from Sawyer Horton, and it was a dandy of a catch for number 11 for the Cedar Creek Dental touchdown.
I think he was tired of hearing how much his brother can do. Connor saying, watch me, because now that's going to set up a Ricky Lane candidate for scoreboard extra point attempt. Ricky makes it a point to put Lincoln County students first.
So Lincoln County will go for two. They cut the lead to 8-6. 4:41 to play here in the first quarter. On the touchdown pass from Horton to Connor Davis. 2-point conversion now. The offense stays on the field. Horton operates from the gun. Lane in the backfield. It's a speed option. Horton keeps it, breaks the tackle. He's in. 2-point conversion is good. 4:44 to play first quarter. Our score, Lincoln County 8, Bell County 8. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
Hey Lincoln County Patriots, this is Woods Adams, Lincoln County's next judge executive. I wanted to take this time to wish the Lincoln County Patriot football team the best of luck on a successful season. I also wanted to take the time to give thanks to everyone that supported me and my family during this past primary election. Being a part of a community where pride and tradition of each town intermingle to become Lincoln County is truly something special. To be trusted and supported by the same community in which I was raised is a huge honor, and I look forward to serving the people of Lincoln County. Again, this is Woods Adams. Thank you, Lincoln County. Now let's go Patriots.
As all our Patriots are gearing up for their fall seasons, let us at Bluegrass Feed and Supply help you get ready for yours. We also carry deer corn and attractants by Evolved Habitats, Lucky Buck, and others to help you become more successful in the outdoors this fall. Stop in and see us at Bluegrass Feed and Supply, 150 Jeffers Lane, Houstonville, and check out our large amount of inventory online at ammograin.com. Go Patriots!
Lincoln football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
Lincoln County answers Bell County and ties it, Dustin, 8-8 on a beautifully thrown ball from Horton and even a better catch from Connor Davis in the back right-hand corner of the end zone. We're tied 8-8.
It looked like something that could be done on Saturday nights. A beautiful throw, beautiful catch. And then how about Horton on the 2-point conversion? Was hit shy of the end zone, but muscled it in.
Angie Doolin, candidate for circuit court clerk kickoff here for Kobe Towns. Kicks it over on the right side, hits on the 21. Fielded there by Williams for Bell County. He'll bring it out to the 30, up to the 34-yard line where he's tackled by Connor Davis. And looks like Landon Day in there for Lincoln County. And Bell County will start 1st and 10 from their own 35.
All right, defense gave up a long run the last time they was on the field. And it all started with that 5-yard encroachment penalty, set up a first down after 2 plays for Bell County. Like I say, Lincoln County put Bell County behind the chains here on first down.
Lincoln County in a 3-man front, but Ross Gibson inching up there on the line, too, to give them that 4-man front look on D. Zane Mullins, Jedi Henry, Hunter Hanley, the defensive lineman. Bell comes out in the bone. It's a toss plate over on the right to Williams. Williams has daylight, breaks a tackle out past the 45, near midfield to the 50-yard line. He'll pick up 15. He's another good running back. 192 yards in the first 2 games of the season, 6 yards a carry. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 50 after that 14-yard run.
And Willem did exactly what we was talking about the Lincoln County backs doing. He followed his blockers, seen the lane, and took it up.
Bell County breaks the huddle, stays in the wishbone formation. Williams in the backfield with Thomas Daniel. Wishbone formation for Bell County. Barnett takes it, gives it right up the middle to Woolham again, and he moves the pile, picks up 5.
It's just, you know, we talk about Lincoln County's first drive, short and simple, and that's what you're going to get out of Coach Hilton. He's going to run the football, power the football, let his line do the work, and let his back get the yards.
3:52 to play first quarter, 2nd down and 6 from the Lincoln County 46. We're tied 8-8. Blake Barnett, quarterback for Bell County, goes under center, wishbone formation. He'll take it, looks to throw for the first time. It's caught on the 43, then dropped. That's a fumble. Bell County receiver was able to get back on it. That's George Pace, but he's going to lose a yard, actually right at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd and 6, Dustin, after the completion to Pace.
They're actually going to give him a yard. I guess it fumbled forward. But very
right,
fortunate
with the mark, he gained about a yard.
Very fortunate for Pace, too, because he looked like he got ahead of himself there. He was going to do a little juke, and the ball popped out. Very fortunate for him that it popped right back to him.
Pace, the leading receiver for Bell County. Burnett from the gun first time. Takes the snap. He's going to run it himself. Going to be short of the first down. Actually, that was Thomas Daniel lined up at quarterback for the first time tonight. A little wildcat play. He's short of the first, and Bell County's going to go here. 4th and 1 from their own 41. The 40 is the yard to gain for a first down. Big opportunity here for the Lincoln County defense.
Big opportunity to get off the field. But it's going to be hard to stop the Bell County
Wildcat formation again for Thomas Daniel. Takes the snap. He's going to run it. He breaks it outside, gets around the edge. He's got a first down and more. Finally pushed out of bounds at around the 32, so he needed 1, and he picked up around 8, and it'll be another first down for the Bobcats.
And that's just speed that got him there. Went around the right edge and just seen where the marker was, and then it opened up and gained a few more.
So that first down will move the ball down to the Lincoln County 32. 1st and 10 from there. 8-8 our score. 2:17 to play first quarter on the McKnight Funeral Home and Monument Company scoreboard. Burnett back in at quarterback. Inside handoff this time to Willem. Jedi Henry breaks free. Seth Horton comes in, and a good defensive play that time for the red jerseys.
Yeah, Henry slowed him down, grabbed the jersey, and Seth Horton come in and gave the blow.
Still a gain of 2 after he falls forward. 2nd down and 8. Under 2 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name our Inter-County Energy lineman of the game. Presented by Inter-County Energy. 2nd and 8 from the 30. Daniel takes the snap. Fake handoff. He's going to run it himself to the left side. Hit by Connor Davis at the 25-yard line. He'll pick up around 4. So they went to Thomas Daniel at quarterback out of the shotgun and running some read option and some wildcat-type plays with their halfback.
And it's working for him. I mean, he's shown he's got a burst of speed, and what it's doing is, you had the play action fake right there, or the read option play, I should say, and Lincoln County bid on the fake, and Thomas took it.
3rd and 3. Thomas Daniel stays in. Fakes it to Woolham, keeps it himself on the read, breaks the tackle, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line, a gain of 7. 56 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. 8-8 is our score.
And after the big run, 78-yard run by Thomas Daniel, now just 128, or totaling 128 yards rushing for Bell County. That average has dropped down to 12.8. Lincoln County's defense is stiffened up after that big run.
40 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Thomas Daniel stays in at quarterback. Woolham to his right. Shotgun formation for Bell. Lincoln County moves around on defense to get lined up. Daniel takes it, fakes the handoff, runs it himself right up the middle. Gets inside the 15, a gain of 3, maybe 4. Maybe the final play here in the opening quarter as Bell County in no hurry to run another play. Khalil White checks in for Lincoln County's defense. Clock down to 10. They're walking toward the sideline. That's going to be it here in quarter number 1 at Death Valley. Our score, Lincoln County 8, Bell County 8. You're listening to Lincoln County Football on WPBK-FM 102.9.
This is Angie Doolin, candidate for Lincoln County Circuit Court Clerk. It has been an honor serving this county for over 24 years, and I would like to wish the Lincoln County Football Patriots good luck on their upcoming season. You're number 1 on the field and number 1 in our hearts. And don't forget to score that extra point by voting Angie Doolin for Lincoln County Circuit Court Clerk on November 8th. Go Pates. Paid for by candidate.
Kick off the fall season by tackling your next home improvement project. The guys at Builder Supply in Stanford can help you. They have all the right tools and expert salespeople. They sell premium do-it-best paints. Let their paint specialist Gary Grubbs help you with all your painting needs. With expertise in color matching paints and stains, they can make any color and help you use the right products to do your project right. So go see Stanford Builder Supply, proud supporter of Lincoln County Patriots.
Lincoln football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
Quarter number 2 set to get underway. Our score at the end of 1 is 8-8, but Bell County is marching inside Lincoln County territory, Dustin, and Lincoln County's got to find a way to slow down this running game.
Yeah, I mean, they're Bell County picking up 4 yards here, 5 yards there, setting up 3rd and short, or, Lincoln County's got to find a way to stop them at the line of scrimmage or even get that tackle for loss.
Bell County will have it 2nd down and 6 from the Patriot 14-yard line. They're moving left to right on your radio dial as we open up quarter number 2 here from Death Valley. Brad Smith alongside Dustin Oney. Game also available on YouTube Live tonight. Wishbone formation. Burnett back in at quarterback. Goes under center. Takes the snap. Turns. Hands off to Daniel on the left side. Big hole opens up. Pushes the pile inside the 5 down to the 2-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Bobcats. Patriots having a lot of trouble slowing down Thomas Daniel.
Yeah, he's been the workhorse for Bell County, and, they've relied heavily on him, and he's, a large part of the 144 yards rushing that Bell County already has, and they just keep feeding him, and he keeps rushing.
Quarter number 2 just underway. 1st and goal from the 3. Bell County looking for their 2nd score of the night. Burnett goes under center, wishbone formation. Gives it to Daniel, a little halfback blast. He lunges toward the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown for Thomas Daniel, his 2nd of the night. This one coming from 3 yards out with 11:14 to play here in the 2nd quarter to make our score 14-8 Bell County.
Lincoln County done a better job hitting him early. Just unfortunate. He only needed 3 yards.
And Bell County going to go for 2 again. You get in these type of games, and then you're chasing them if they get them, Dustin. Really, this is a big play. They need to stop them on this 2-point conversion.
They almost had them on the last one.
Burnett from the bone. Same exact play. Hit hard. This time is Daniel, but he falls forward after contact and scores again. The 2-point conversion is good. Our score, Bell County 16, Lincoln County 8. 11:14 to play here in the 2nd quarter. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
The Urban Group, Realtors and Auctioneers. No one sells it better.
Urban Group Realtors and Auctioneers in Lancaster proudly support our home team Patriots on the field and off. If you're looking to buy, sell, or auction your property, no one sells it better than Urban Realtors and Auctioneers. Our professional agents can help you navigate the home buying or selling process while taking the stress off of you. Follow us on Facebook or visit us at urvangroup.com. Urban Group, supporting the Patriots and your community for over 50 years.
The Urban Group, Realtors and Auctioneers. No one sells it better.
Lincoln football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
Bell County answers Lincoln County's touchdown with their 2nd drive of the night and regained the lead. 2-point conversion by Thomas Daniel makes it 16-8 Bobcats. Daniel with 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion already, having a huge night for Bell County.
Yeah, big night for Daniel, and he's been the workhorse like we talked about. Coach Hilton's leaning on him, and he's so far answering the call.
Now he's going to do the kicking duties. From the 40-yard line, and Angie Doolin, candidate for Circuit Court Clerk kickoff, is a boomer over on the sideline, and that's trouble. Whew. Luckily goes out of bounds as Lincoln County did not field it in the air. Damon Spiegel, the freshman, was in the territory of the pooch kick, but it'll go out of bounds, and Lincoln County's going to start with great field position here on their 3rd series of the evening. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Seaboat Heating and Air Player of the game. Lincoln County trails 16-8, 11:14 to play here in the 2nd quarter. As the offense comes back out, they're moving right to left now on your radio dial.
Patriots rushing for just over 5 yards a carry, 63 yards total on 12 rushes. Sawyer Horton so far 4 of 4 for 49 yards and 1 score.
Patriots from the 35. 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. Inside handoff to Phillips. Looks for a hold, open up, and this time the Bobcats all over it. They'll slam him down in the backfield. Loss of 1.
That's the one time tonight that he's been met at the line of scrimmage or further back, and Lincoln County's line has done a nice job up till that point. You'd like to see him to answer that back with a big play here.
2nd and 11, 10:50 to play second quarter. Lincoln County from their own 34-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 1 split far right, 1 back in the backfield with Horton. Drops back to pass, looks downfield. Now he'll scramble to the right. That's 1 rip over the middle. Caught, Elon Lane midfield, breaks the tackle inside the 45. 4 Bobcats trying to take Big E down. He's still moving the pile. What a run by Elon Lane after the catch, and a huge gain for the Lincoln County offense.
24-yard pass, and he caught it around midfield and took every member from Log Mountain with him for another 8 yards. And what a pass. Horton had plenty of time, set back, and threw it between 2 Bobcat defenders to find Elon Lane.
We said Elon Lane. It might be. Was that Elon or Seth, Dustin?
I was thinking Seth at first, but your eyes may be better than mine.
We'll check that. Looked like maybe Seth Horton after he got up. Lincoln County 1st and 10. Horton rolls the throw, and this time he overshoots Seth on the left side. Incomplete pass stops the clock. 9:55 to go. Lincoln County trailing 16-8 here in the second quarter. Moving the ball again inside Bell County territory. Correction, that was Seth Horton on that reception. It's hard to see the 3 and 33. Great job by Horton after the catch. Set Lincoln County up here. 2nd and 10. Sawyer Horton's going to keep it himself this time and moves the pile just like his brother did. Hard to go down, and these Horton boys are playing hard out here tonight.
I mean, that's a gain of, they're going to give them 7, what should have been 4. I mean, they're fighting.
So that'll set up 3rd down and 4 on the Bell County 36-yard line after the Horton run of 6. 9:28 to play in the half on the McKnight Funeral Home and Monument Company scoreboard. Horton and Carter split to the far left. Phillips in the backfield with Sawyer. It's a QB keeper out of the gun. Sawyer moves the pile and picks up the 1st down. Another good run for the junior quarterback, and that'll be a Bluegrass Drugstore 1st down for Lincoln County.
Both Hortons, good-sized kids, easily 6'2" apiece, and they're tough to take down. And I like this, getting the ball in their hands and letting them show their physicality.
Lincoln County hurry-up offense. Back to the line. Horton stays in the gun. Gives it this time to Phillips up the middle. Phillips finds a hole this time, breaks inside the 30 down to the 26-yard line. He'll pick up 4. Elon Lane will check back in for Phillips. Horton and Carter at receiver. Trevor Bennett in also on this series. He'll split out to the far right.
Phillips having a nice game. 7 carries, 34 yards so far in the first half.
Lane will join Sawyer in the backfield. Now they'll shift to the right side. 8:21 on the clock here in the second quarter. 2nd down and 6. Horton looks to pass. Pressure comes. He spins out of it. Now he'll keep it. Runs out to the right. He's got running room. Up near the 1st down marker before he's finally brought down right around the 20-yard line. A nice 6-yard scramble that time for Horton, and it looks like he's picked up enough for another Bluegrass Drugstore 1st down.
Needed the 20, and that's where he got it. But as soon as he turned around, he had a white Bobcat jersey right at him. A nice spin move to get away, then tuck it and run for a 1st down.
Lincoln County quickly to the line. Hand off to Lane. He bangs forward to the 15-yard line. Picks up 4. 3rd time Lincoln County's had the ball. They've been inside the Bell County red zone every time.
This hurry-up offense, Bell County's a little bit gassed right now.
Horton gives it to Lane, and this time a whistle and a penalty.
I'm going to say Lincoln didn't get set.
Maybe went a little too fast that time. And it will be a false start on the Patriots. That'll back them up 5 and make it 2nd down and 11. 7:27 play first half. Lincoln County trails 16-8.
Still that up tempo. It's getting to Bell County, and that's where Lincoln County's feasting. I mean, they're just allowing their line up front to create blocks, and it's 5 yards here, 4 yards here, 6 yards here. Power football.
Clock down to 7:13, 2nd and 11 from the 20. Horton from the gun. Rolls out to his right. Looks to throw, pump fakes. Now pressured and sacked in the backfield by the Bobcat defense, and that was a coverage sack that time. No one open downfield, and Bell County with a huge sack. And Dustin, this drive goes from a 2nd down and 6 now to a 3rd down and 16 after the penalty and the sack.
Yeah, Lincoln County's had the ball 3 times now, and it's marched up and down the field. First time, like you talked about the fumble earlier, kind of put a hesitation to that drive and allowed it to stall out. This third one, you don't want to see that. But last time they was backed up behind the chains, it was Horton to Horton connection. See if Sawyer looks for his brother here on 3rd and long.
Would be nice to replicate that play here. 6:20 to play second quarter. Lincoln County trailing 16-8. Patriots with another nice drive. Now they're going to burn a builder supply timeout. 6:15 to play in the half. We'll take it with them. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
A shield against the elements. Comfort in the midst of chaos. Shelter in the aftermath of destruction. For 75 years, Shelter Insurance has remained true to our promise to be there when you need us most. This is the heartbeat of our company, our why. Shelter Insurance. For your auto, home, and life.
This is Sean Slusher, your shelter insurance agent here in Stanford. For auto, home, farm, business, and life insurance, give me a call, 365-3143.
To communicate more effectively and become more transparent with our customers, Stanford Waterworks has developed our own free advisory app. Here are some advisories to look for: construction and maintenance activities, boil water advisories, road closures and detours, community events, payment reminders, police and fire department news, and you can pay your bill. To install the app, click on the Play or Apple stores. Type Stanford Waterworks Advisory or SWW Advisory. Stanford Waterworks, providing quality water for Stanford and Lincoln County.
Lincoln football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
A big 3rd down opportunity here for Lincoln County out of the timeout. Trips left. Connor Davis, the lone receiver, to the right. Horton from the gun. 6:15 to play here in the second quarter. 3rd down and long. Horton's going to roll to the left and look to throw, and the play is immediately blown dead. It looks like maybe an illegal formation.
See what they call here.
So the promising drive has went backward in a hurry here, Dustin.
Yeah, right when everything looked like Lincoln County was going downhill, or running downhill with it. Now you're backed up to almost 3rd and 20.
It was 2nd and 6 in the red zone. Now it's 3rd and 21 from the Bell County 31-yard line. So quite the turn in events here.
You're definitely in 4-down territory at this point, so you don't have to have all the yardage, but it would help to get majority.
Lincoln County with trips left. Connor Davis to the right. Horton's going to throw. Looks over the middle. He's got Cody Carter inside the 10, fumbles the ball into the end zone, recovered by Seth Horton. Touchdown, Lincoln County. CC Cody Carter with a huge catch inside the 10, took a huge hit. The ball took a Lincoln County bounce right to Seth Horton, and the Lincoln County Patriots get 6 out of it. A Cedar Creek Dental touchdown for the Lincoln County Patriots at 6:05 here in the second quarter. There is a penalty flag after the play. The touchdown should be good no matter who this is on, Dustin.
I thought, it's on the opposite side. I thought they were going to get Lincoln coaches for running out, but they were going to check on their player.
Now there's a flag on the Lincoln County sideline. So it looks like both sidelines might get a flag here.
Bill County's arguing that it was incomplete, but he hauled it in.
Definitely a catch. I think it's going to be negating coaches' warnings here on each side.
Well, surely shouldn't be on. They were running out checking on Cody Carter as he took a big hit, and they ran straight to him to check on him.
Cody Carter with a
he's fine. He's standing
25-yard reception. He stays in the game. Took a big hit. Great catch and definitely a completion. And then Horton picks it up in the end zone for Lincoln County. Let's see what the call is as 2 penalty flags were thrown. They finally have it sorted out. Now the back judge, or the head judge there is, calling for Coach Jaggers to come out and have a chat. I think they may just pick both of these up, Dustin's what it's looking like.
Yeah, hey, Coach Jaggers was pointing. He's like, hey, I'm just checking on my player.
Sideline warning. Sideline warning Bale County. Sideline warning Lincoln County. So
Touchdown.
After all that, touchdown stand. 6:05 to play second quarter. The Bale County lead is now 16-14. And like we talked about a minute ago, when the team scores first and goes for 2, you feel like you got to chase those points. And sometimes that really changes the game. So Lincoln's got to find a way to answer. So they're going to go for 2 again. They choose to go for 2. Horton and Cody Carter split out to the left. Connor Davis, the receiver, to the right side. Horton from the gun with Elon Lane in the backfield. Horton takes it. He's going to look to throw. Pressure comes. Steps up in the pocket. Scrambles to the left. Shovels it. Caught. It's good. A 2-point conversion. Houdini, brother to brother. Sawyer to Seth. We're tied 16-16. 6:05 to play here in the half. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
This is John Hackley. When I was appointed county attorney, I became the first LCHS graduate to hold a county office. David Gambrill became the first Lincoln County Patriot elected to a county office. As a close friend for 45 years, I've witnessed his heart for service in many ways. He has served as well as PVA. Please join me in voting on November 8th to keep David Gambrill, Lincoln County PVA.
Paid for by the David Gambrill Campaign Fund.
We all like to save money, and State Farm can help with discounts. When you combine your car insurance with State Farm's homeowner's insurance, you get big savings. So talk to me, Jason Todd, your local State Farm agent, and experience the good neighbor service that has made us America's #1 insurance company. Together, we can make sure you get the discount you deserve and coverage you need. No policy with State Farm? No problem. Call me, Jason Todd, at 365-9882 or stop by my office at 711 Danville Avenue in Stanford today to find out how much a multi-line discount can save you.
Lincoln Football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
Dustin, it's turning into a good old-fashioned shootout here. 16-16, 6:05 to play here in the first half, and Sawyer and Seth Horton came to play tonight. They've both made some huge plays, and that was a tremendous shovel pass on the run from brother to brother to tie it back at 16.
Because everybody came at Sawyer, and Seth found himself wide open.
Angie Doolin, candidate for Circuit Court Clerk, kickoff here for Kobe Towns. Kicks it over on the left side. It'll bounce inside the 20. Takes a good bounce. Rolls down to the 11 where it's finally picked up. Good coverage from Lincoln County Special Teams. They're going to back up Bale County all the way down to the 11-yard line. Great kick for the sophomore kicker, Kobe Towns.
Our local internet connectivity is powered by Skyline Broadband, and this game is brought to you in part by Kentucky Farm Bureau agent Michaela King, by Lincoln County Public Library, by Stanford Waterworks, and by Mary Adams, candidate for Lincoln County PVA.
5:59 to play here in the half. We're tied 16-16. Bale County will have it backed up all the way on their own 13-yard line as they start their third drive of the night. Lincoln County defense needs to make a stand here. Burnett goes under center, wishbone formation. He'll toss it over on the left side to Woolham. Big running room for Woolham, and he's brought down after a gain of around 6. Looked like Levi Warren in on the stop.
Lincoln County's getting pressure up the middle, but Bale County doing a nice job hitting the ball to the outside edges.
Zach Duncan on the assist there too. The right cornerback. And now it'll be second down and 4. Wishbone formation. Burnett will turn and give it to Thomas Daniel. Big hole opens up. He's out to past the 40 to the 50. One man to beat and pushed out of bounds. That inside the 50, all the way down to the 47. Andrew Zimmerman runs him down. And another big run for Thomas Daniel, who's well on his way to a huge night.
Yeah, easily over 150 yards rushing here in the first half. He had the big 78-yard touchdown back on their first drive.
Nothing fancy here about it. Bell County lining up and going north-south. And Lincoln County's defense struggling to stop it here early on. 1st and 10 from the 47. Play action pass. They're going for it all. Deep ball. Good coverage by Duncan. Incomplete. One receiver route there out of the play action from the bone. And good job by Zach Duncan not to get fooled and stay with him. Incomplete pass stops the clock. 5:10 to play second quarter on the McKnight Funeral Home and Monument Company scoreboard. Lincoln and Bell tied at 16.
Duncan did exactly what you're supposed to do. He didn't care about the play fake up front. He stayed with his receiver and broke up the pass. Now 2nd and long for Bell County, something we haven't seen all night.
Elijah Hampton was the intended receiver, and they'll go from the gun. Daniel will take the snap. He'll run to the right inside the 45. Now it's up to the 40. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the red zone down to the 11-yard line before he's finally pushed out of bounds. And Thomas Daniel just having his way. Lincoln County's not sealing that edge. And Daniel with another huge run from the 47 all the way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Lincoln County coaching staff was begging for a holding call there. They felt their corner jersey a little tugged, but flag didn't get thrown. Tackle didn't get made down to the 10-yard line.
1st and goal inside the 10 from the 9. 5:01 to play here in the second quarter. Now Burnett back at quarterback. I formation. Willem the deep back. He'll turn and give it to him on a halfback blast. He's hitting the backfield, breaks that tackle. Now Lincoln County gets pursuit and wraps him up after a gain of 1. Landon Day on the stop for Lincoln County. 2nd and goal. Ball marked on the right outside the 7.
That's better. Lincoln County's done a nice job getting to the ball carriers. Just bringing them down has been the trouble. That time wrapped them up, and you see a host of Patriots.
With that mark, it's closer to the 8, Dustin. It'll be 2nd and goal from there. 4:22 to play in the quarter. I formation. Burnett turns, gives to Willem. Halfback actually fakes it. Good job this time as it's sniffed out in the backfield by number 27, Levi Warren. Huge play for the defense, and that won't go down as a Derms Grocery sack because it looked like Burnett was going to keep it, but a tackle for a loss, and it came at a great time because it's going to back them up to 3rd and 14.
Yeah, big 3rd down play here. And, I mean, you would think it's a passing situation for Bell County, but the way they've showed to run, but still, you're one stop away from a big 4th down attempt.
Burnett stays at quarterback. High formation behind him, one receiver to his left. 3rd and 14. 3rd and goal. It's going to be the reverse to Thomas Daniel. Comes around. A good job by the Lincoln D. Warren gets in the backfield. Jediah Henry comes flying in. And Lincoln County stops Thomas Daniel after a pickup of 1. 4th down and 13 now from the Lincoln County 13. It'll be 4th and goal from the 13, and a huge chance here, Dustin, for this D to switch momentum.
Warren done a nice job. He won't get credited with the tackle, but he should get credited with an assist if he could, because he slowed down Willem, and then 2 red jerseys were right behind him to make the tackle.
Under 3 to play here in the half. 4th and goal from the 13. Bell County's going to go for it. Burnett stays in at quarterback. He's got a receiver split both ways, one back in the backfield. Shotgun takes the snap, looks to throw over the middle into the end zone. Caught. Touchdown reception right over the middle to George Pace on a 4th and goal from the 13.
And that was a beautifully thrown ball over the head of 2 Lincoln receivers right into the pocket of his receiver.
So Bell County, not known for their passing game, gets a big play there out of it on a 4th and goal from the 13. They now lead 22-16 with 2:40 to go. We're going to get a builder supply timeout called by Bell County. We'll keep it right here with it being an extra point. 2:40 to play here in the half. And Pace catches the touchdown pass from Burnett to give Bell County the lead back. And Dustin, that was a huge opportunity there. You could feel it. The crowd had gotten into it. And it was just like you just popped the air out of the football on that catch. A huge deflating play there as Lincoln County desperately needed to get off the field on that 4th and long.
And they brought pressure, Lincoln did, and right in Burnett's face. I mean, he just delivered a good throw and catch. And, yeah, I mean, deflating for sure. You thought this was Lincoln County's chance to capitalize, get off the field without allowing Bell County to score any points. But just unfortunate 13-yard connection puts Bell County touchdown.
And here's where you really need to stop the 2-point conversion. I've said the first 2 times. I'm going to say it again. Because if they get 2, you're down 8, you're going to feel the need to go for 2. And the odds of both teams continuing to convert 2-point conversions will eventually catch up with you.
Well, Lincoln County's done a nice job hitting the ball carrier well short of the 2-point conversion or the touchdown for the 2-point conversion both times, but just have been unable to bring them down.
So Bell County's going to go for 2. Burnett, wishbone formation, Woolham and Daniels. The back's behind him. He'll go under center. He'll turn, give it to Daniel off left side. Halfback blast. He walks in. 2-point conversion's good. 2:40 to play in the half. Our score, Bell County 24, Lincoln County 16. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
Lincoln County Schools is a proud public school district that serves over 3,000 students and employs over 700 people. The school system is made up of 7 different schools and a technology center. The district offers a variety of diverse programs in order to meet the needs of the students and their communities. From preschool to Patriots, kids matter most at all of Lincoln County schools.
Crab Orchard Elementary, we are Cubs.
Howland Elementary, we are Aviators.
Houstonville Elementary, we are Tigers.
Sanford Elementary, we are Wildcats.
Waynesburg Elementary, we are Tigers. Lincoln County Middle School, we are Eagles.
Lincoln County High School, we are Patriots.
This is Superintendent Michael Rowe. Together, we are Team Lincoln.
Lincoln County Board of Education, every student, every classroom, every day. College, career, and citizenship ready.
Lincoln football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
Bell County scores again on a 4th and goal from the 13, and after the 2-point conversion from Daniel, they now push the lead back to 8, 24-16. Only 2:40 left here in the half, and Bell County will get it after the half, so Lincoln County really needs an answer here. And Angie Doolin, candidate for circuit court clerk kickoff. It's a booming kick. Ran up and fair caught at the 32-yard line. See who called that in for Lincoln. It looked like number 12, Gavin Douglas, the sophomore. Fair catch. And Lincoln County will start from there on their own 31.
And that's, like you talked about, where that big 4th down was crucial for Lincoln County. You feel like if you could have got a stop, go down to score, momentum's on your side. Now you desperately need to score because Bell County showed they're not going away without scoring. So, you know, you take a chance of being down 2 scores if you don't score here with Bell County getting the ball to open the second half. You score here, you feel a lot better.
Got to keep answering. Lincoln County will start from their own 31. Phillips in the backfield with Horton. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Play action pass. Caught by Seth Horton on the 35. Runs over a man. Gets up to the 39. He'll have an 8-yard pickup on their catch and run from his brother Sawyer. Second down and 2.
Puts Sawyer Horton now 7 of 8 for 106 yards and 1 score.
Second and 2 from their 39. 2:13 to play in the half. Play action pass again. Same play, and this time Seth unable to haul it in. He would have had a first down had he been able to do so. So the incomplete pass will make it 3rd and 2, and now this becomes a very big play in this game with 2:09 to play. You don't want to give it back to Bell and a chance to go down 2 scores here.
Absolutely not.
Horton stays in the gun, twins to the right. He'll fake it to Phillips, keeps it on the quarterback read. He'll have the first down out to the 45-yard line. A Nice run of 6 yards there for the junior. A Bluegrass Drugstore first down for the Patriot offense.
Horton's done a nice job with that, just reading where the hole is going to open up, following his blockers. And he's had nice runs of 6 yards, 6 yards, 5 yards, 13 yards in the very first run.
Clock under 2 now, and it's going to be another false start. Looked like the Lincoln County's right side moved. 1:51, clock stops there. Back up 5, it'll be 1st and 15. Ball will be placed on the Patriot 40-yard line. At halftime, state champion freshman track and field star Jamarnie Crosby will be honored and given her state championship ring. And then the 1981 team is going to get introduced. And 40th anniversary was last year. They had to cancel to get together because of COVID. Team went undefeated. Horton looks to throw again. Horton caught on the 45, breaks the tackle up to the 47. Knee goes down there. So he picks up 7, about half of what they needed. And it'll be 2nd down and 8 from the 48-yard line. Clock ticking down to 1:25. Patriots have 2 timeouts in their pocket. Horton's going to give it to Phillips. Past midfield. He's inside the 40. First down. Big run for Micah. Down to the 39-yard line. Another Bluegrass Drugstore first down. Clock will stop while they move the sticks. And with 1:08 to play, Lincoln County has it inside the Bell County 40. Lincoln County needs to pick up the pace here a little bit. Horton fakes the handoff. He'll keep it. Short yardage here, and they're probably going to have to burn a timeout. They will. 55 seconds left in the half. Builder Supply timeout. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
AGE prides itself on a common-sense approach to facilitating our clients' goals and ambitions. Our design group considers not only cost-effective but also economically maintainable solutions from start to finish for our clients. Our designs meet or exceed safety and operational requirements at all levels of government while preserving the aesthetic, historic, or cultural resources of an area. AGE proudly sponsors Lincoln County High School sports. AGE Engineering, engineering Kentucky's future.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jonathan Alford with Animal Care Center. Let me and my compassionate staff at Animal Care Center help you take care of your furry family members. At Animal Care Center, we're well equipped to handle anything from general wellness visits to complex medical cases. Located on Highway 27 across from Sonic, call 606-365-7660 to schedule your appointment today.
Lincoln football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
55 seconds left in the half. Lincoln County trails 24-16. They'll have it 2nd and 9 from the Bell County 38. Out of the Builder Supply timeout. Phillips joins Horton in the backfield. Carter and Horton split out to the left. Connor Davis, the lone receiver on the right side. It's going to be a reverse to Cody Carter. Bell County sniffs it out, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield for a huge loss. And Lincoln County will have to burn their last Builder Supply timeout. 48 seconds left in the half, 24-16 Bell County. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
As all our Patriots are gearing up for their fall seasons, let us at Bluegrass Feed and Supply help you get ready for yours. We also carry deer corn and attractants by Evolved Habitats, Lucky Buck, and others to help you become more successful in the outdoors this fall. Stop in and see us at Bluegrass Feed and Supply, 150 Jeffers Lane, Houstonville, and check out our large amount of inventory online at ammograin.com. Go Patriots!
Lincoln football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
Builder Supply timeout stops the clock with 48 seconds left in the half. Patriots trailing 24-16, and Dustin, again, they're moving the ball, but self-inflicted mistakes are hurting the cause here for the Patriot offense.
Yeah, right when everything seemed to be going good, it seems like that's been the bugaboo for Lincoln County. It's like you said, self-inflicted wounds, jumping off sides, going a little too early, not getting set.
3rd and 12. Horton takes the snap, looks to throw over the middle, nothing there. Now scrambles to his right, and he's going to have to throw it away. Elon Lane over in the area, so it'll be an incomplete pass.
So it sets up a 4th down with 41 seconds left for Lincoln County.
They're decision time here is 4th and 12 from the 41. If you turn it over right here, Bell County's going to have good field position, but Horton also punch. You could see a pooch kick here. Trips to the right, 4th and 12, 41 seconds left. Horton takes it. He's going to look to throw, rolls to the right, moves the pocket, throws, caught. Elon Lane on the 32, and he's going to be about 1.5 yards shy of the first down where he caught that. And a big hit from Bell County, and it'll be a turnover on down for Lincoln County. Actually on the 34. So no forward progress given there.
So they got to Elon pretty quick.
So it's a completed pass, but not enough. And Bell County, with 2 timeouts and 34 seconds to work with, has a chance to extend this to a 2-possession game for the first time tonight.
Lincoln County going to drop back into prevent style defense, allow nothing deep here. But here's where you're Bell County. You don't throw the football much. They're just 2 of 3 for 14 yards.
Thomas Daniel takes the snap, keeps it, and good job this time as Seth Horton gets in the backfield and takes him down. Gain of 1. Coach Hilton takes a timeout. We'll keep it right here with only 28 seconds left. Dustin, this has been a game where the Lincoln County offense is piling up some yards, but they've got inside Bell County territory 3 times now and unable to get points on 3 of the 5 possessions. They've worked their way into Bell County's side of the field on every drive tonight. But some false starts and some, as you mentioned, some illegal procedures and different things like that, some untimely handoffs, a dropped handoff on the one drive, and it's just been a little bit of bad luck.
I mean, offensively, Lincoln County's averaging just under total 5 yard, or rushing is averaging about 4.5 yards per rush attempt, throwing for 124 yards in the first half. Offensively, yardage-wise, has been great. It's just
the problem is they're giving up 11 yards per carry on the ground.
That doesn't help.
28 seconds left in the half. 24-16 Bell County with the football in the lead. Shotgun formation. Daniel in a quarterback. He takes the snap. He's going to look to run. He's chased down by Lincoln County's Ross Gibson. Tackles him on the 41-yard line, and that could be the final play. Let's see if Bell County will use their last timeout.
I think they have.
16 seconds left. We'll take a timeout with them. 24-16, Bell County leads. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
This is Angie Doolin, candidate for Lincoln County Circuit Court Clerk. It has been an honor serving this county for over 24 years, and I would like to wish the Lincoln County football Patriots good luck on their upcoming season. You're number 1 on the field and number 1 in our hearts, and don't forget to score that extra point by voting Angie Doolin for Lincoln County Circuit Court Clerk on November 8th. Go Pates. Paid for by candidate.
AGE prides itself on a common-sense approach to facilitating our clients' goals and ambitions. Our design group considers not only cost-effective but also economically maintainable solutions from start to finish for our clients. Our designs meet or exceed safety and operational requirements at all levels of government while preserving the aesthetic, historic, or cultural resources of an area. AGE proudly sponsors Lincoln County High School sports. AGE Engineering, engineering Kentucky's future.
Lincoln football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
Toss play on the left side to Woolham, and Bell County picks up a first down. He's also able to get out of bounds inside Lincoln territory at the 49. 11 seconds left. Bobcats in Lincoln territory here. See what they try to do, Dustin. Not known for their passing, but they did complete a big one on 4th and long once tonight already.
They got 1 timeout left, so you really got time for 2 plays. And if Lincoln County can somehow find a way to get a tackle for loss here, that really lowers the chances.
Daniel stays in at quarterback, tosses it over on the left side to Woolham. Woolham inside the 35, pushed out of bounds around the 40. Play only took 4 seconds, 7.5 ticks left. Ball now on the 40-yard line. of Lincoln County. Bobcats leading 24-16.
And they're setting themselves up good. I mean, we talked about they don't.
I thought it might have been wrong. No timeouts left, so they have to use that sideline. Maybe only one play left here.
So now if you get a tackle for loss or keep them short of the chains at least, it's halftime.
7.5 seconds left in the half. Lincoln County trails 24-16.
A lot of these yardages for Woolham, big yards, because Lincoln County's in a prevent defense.
Burnett back in. He's going to throw. Should be the final play. He's going to the end zone. Tipped and knocked down. 0.8 left on the clock. Incomplete pass, so Bell County will get one more play. And
that one was close. It was spiked down backwards. You want to, I guess as long as it hits the ground, doesn't matter where it hits.
Looked like Sawyer Horton was in on defense there.
That is Sawyer.
He got the knockdown. Deflection for Horton. Back there playing safety.
Now it's end zone or bust on this play.
0.8 on the clock. We're the home team. You gotta let that run off here, don't you?
Maybe Stewart couldn't make it down as quick, so he needed a little bit more time for the halftime interview.
3rd down and 2 from the Patriot 40. This will be the final play. Bell County with an 8-point lead in what should be a Hail Mary attempt. Burnett drops back. There's the horn. He's going to drop it off over to Woolham on the 40. He's got daylight up inside the 30 before he's finally hit and dropped. Sawyer Horton comes in and makes another big defensive play, and it's halftime. Our score, Bell County 24, Lincoln County 16. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
Realty and Auction in Lancaster will make your dreams come true. Broker and owner Deonica Asbury and her team are ready to help you reach the real estate finish line. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or selling your existing home, navigating real estate can be tough. Let Cornerstone Realty and Auction make it easy. Specializing in Garrett, Lincoln, and surrounding counties, they're your local real estate experts. Cornerstone Realty and Auction, 859-329-8193.
It's me, Deputy Fife again, and I'm getting ready for the big game this weekend. You know who's missing the action? The folks at Bluegrass Drugstore. Well, they're so busy because folks keep heading there for the flu shots they need this year. Don't you miss the game or miss visiting Bluegrass Drugstore if you need a flu shot. I'll be at the game, watching the action. I mean working. Yeah, working. Just like those folks at Bluegrass Drugstore off North 127 Bypass in Danville.
It's halftime on WPBK-FM. Our halftime show is presented by David Gambrell, candidate for Lincoln County PBA.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jonathan Alford with Animal Care Center. Let me and my compassionate staff at Animal Care Center help you take care of your furry family members. At Animal Care Center, we're well equipped to handle anything from general wellness visits to complex medical cases. Located on Highway 27 across from Sonic, call 606-365-7660 to schedule your appointment today.
Since 1957, Durham's Grocery at 606 Lancaster Street in Sanford has been serving Sanford and the surrounding community with a full line of groceries, fresh meats, quality produce, and a full-service deli with homemade salads. They offer money orders and are also a payment center for KU, Atmos Energy, AT&T, and more. For fast, friendly service all the way to your car, Durham's Grocery is big enough to accommodate, small enough to appreciate. That's Durham's Grocery.
Lincoln football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
Halftime here at Death Valley. Lincoln County trails Bell County 24-16. And Dustin, they're honoring state champion Jermani Crosby on the track right now, the 2022 state champ for shot put, and she's only a freshman, so get ready to see some more hardware for that young lady. Congratulations.
It seems like when it comes to any kind of track and field event, cross country, shot put, anything that, Lincoln County's doing, you're seeing a lot of younger champions start to come up, and, that whole program's on the rise, and I'm excited to see, what's accomplished over the next few years.
Let's take a look at the first half scoring plays for Bell County and Lincoln County. Bobcats with an 8-point lead here at the break.
Scoring got started away after Daniel Thomas ran it in from 78 yards with 7 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in the first quarter for Bell County, putting Bell County up 8-0 after Woolham kept it for the 2-point conversion. Then Lincoln County would strike back about 2.5 minutes later when it was Sawyer Horton connecting on a beautiful pass to Connor Davis for 17 yards. Sawyer Horton would keep it for the 2-point conversion, tied up 8-8 after the end of the first quarter. Bell County would score first in the second quarter with 11 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. After Thomas, again, a 3-yard rush, he would keep it for the 2-point conversion, and Bell County was up 16-8. But Lincoln County would strike back 5 minutes later when Sawyer Horton connected on a pass for 25 yards. The ball was fumbled, but it was brother Seth Horton picking it up in the end zone for a fumble recovery touchdown. And then it was the brothers once again connecting on the 2-point conversion on a beautiful shovel pass, tying the game at 16 apiece. With 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go, Bell County would score on a 4th and 13 connection from Blake Burnett to George Pace for 13 yards. Thomas kept it for a 2-point rush, and that's your halftime score. Bell County 24, Lincoln 16.
Now, Dustin, another big halftime part of the halftime show tonight is they are honoring the 1981 Lincoln County team. This team was celebrating their 40th anniversary last year. COVID canceled it, so they rescheduled this year. That 81 team went undefeated in the regular season. They won 12 straight games before suffering their only defeat of the season in the regional championship game. Only 2 teams have recorded undefeated regular seasons for Lincoln County. That would be this 81 team and the 88 team. The team holds the school record for average points allowed per game in a season, only giving up, get this, 72 points in 13 games that year, 5.5 points per game.
That's unbelievable.
Mike McGuffey and Donnell Smith led the team in rushing. Both were right around 1,000 yards. They were named team co-MVPs. The team was sub-district champion, district champion, region runner-up, and Central Kentucky Conference champion. Was the first team in the Danville newspaper coverage area, the Advocate Messenger back then, to win 12 games in a season. Eric Givens, a senior on the team, became the first Lincoln County player to ever be named first team All-State, and he went on to play at my beloved University of Louisville. Coach Wooldridge was the coach of that team, and he was named the Advocate Messenger Coach of the Year that year. So a team full of accolades. Team members named to the Advocate Messenger team that year were Eric Givens, Mike McGuffey, Donnell Smith, Mike Rickenback, Roger Bell, and Kenny Chambers. Team members named to the All-Kentucky Conference team were Kenny Chambers, Roger Bell, and Eric Givens. And just a tremendous team, and it's awesome to see them here tonight as several of them have made the trip back, and what a great thing for them just to be able to gather together here at their alma mater and celebrate that team together 40 years later.
Big moment for all of them. A lot of them have moved away and, started lives elsewhere, and they've all come back to Bill Ed Leedy Field here in Stanford, Kentucky, reunited as one of the greater teams that's ever come through Lincoln County.
About 20 of them made it back, and including one of that was Kenny Phoenix all the way from Atlanta. So congratulations to them. We'll take a look at the stats when we return, and then we'll have Stuart Underwood set in and talk about the Distinguished Young Woman program. It's halftime. Our score, Bell County 24, Lincoln County 16. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
Hungry for lunch? Looking for something different? Something fast? Stop by Coleman's Drugstore and Deli. Coleman's is more than a drugstore. It's the perfect meeting place for those of us who want lunch at a snap. Coleman's has different lunch specials daily. They're serving up hot, home-cooked southern dishes to sandwiches and wraps. And oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention my very favorite part of their menu, homemade desserts. What are you waiting on? Coleman's is located right in the heart of downtown Stanford. Your local hometown drugstore and deli.
This is John Hackley. When I was appointed county attorney, I became the first LCHS graduate to hold a county office. David Gambrell became the first Lincoln County Patriot elected to a county office. As a close friend for 45 years, I've witnessed his heart for service in many ways. He has served as well as PVA. Please join me in voting on November 8th to keep David Gambrell, Lincoln County PVA.
Paid for by the David Gambrell Campaign Fund.
It's halftime on WPBK-FM. Our halftime show is presented by David Gambrell, candidate for Lincoln County PVA.
Hey, it's Heather Brown from Dr. Andy Powell's new privately owned dental practice located in Lincoln Plaza, Cedar Creek Dental. Dr. Powell has served Lincoln County for over 6 years and is excited to continue to provide excellent state-of-the-art care for our community. We offer early morning and evening appointments to accommodate all schedules. At Cedar Creek Dental, Dr. Powell, Heather, Sarah, Jess, and Priscilla are committed to providing a simple, safe, pleasant, and enjoyable experience. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, you know why we're here. The football season is back! Woo! And since that's too amazing to miss a single second's worth, Pepsi is officially giving you permission to always put football first. Like, maybe those in-laws are back in town. Well, better hope they're football fans because your Sunday is completely booked. Long story short, crack open a Pepsi and don't let anything get between you and your football watching. With love, Pepsi, made for football watching. That's what I like.
Lincoln Football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
Halftime here at Death Valley. Lincoln County trails Bell County 24-16, and quite the halftime show here tonight. We started off honoring Big G, Jamarnie Crosby, and her state championship, then the 1981 team, and now the band out here playing the fight song. And Dustin, they're doing a great job this year. I want to give this band some credit. They're energized. They're sitting over with the pep section. They're playing great at halftime, doing well, and you love to see it.
Absolutely, Brad. I mean, they energize the stands, and, everything's going good.
Let's take a look now quickly at some first half stats for both teams before we get Stuart Underwood in here with us. Lincoln County moving the ball well, Dustin, through the air and on the ground, 100 yards both ways, and the big issue so far has been stopping the rush, giving up 240 rushing yards here in the first half.
That has been the problem, but offensively, Lincoln County has clicked. As a team, has ran 35 plays for 229 yards with 2 touchdowns, counting the fumble recovery. Rushing the football, Lincoln County 23 attempts, 105 yards. They're led in rushing by Micah Phillips, 8 carries for 47 yards. Sawyer Horton, 9 carries for 39 yards. Elin Lane, 5 carries for 22 yards. Passing the football, Lincoln County 9 of 12 for 124 yards. Or I should say Sawyer Horton is 9 of 12 for 120 and 1 score. Bell County total offense, 272 yards on 28 plays, 240 of those on the ground with 32 coming through the air. It's been a struggle slowing down Bell County.
It sure has, and you think if the Pates can just come up with one stop, Dustin, it feels like one of those games, just like we talked about in the Casey County game, one stop can change this game. And they had it on the 4th and goal. They got to come out. Bell's going to get it first.
Onside it.
Get that big stop, tie this thing up, and let's go here. Let's get win number 1 here at Death Valley. Our score at halftime, Bell County 24, Lincoln County 16. When we return, we'll sit down with Stuart Underwood and talk about tomorrow night's big Distinguished Young Women program here at Lincoln County High School. It's halftime. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
Seabold Heating and Air provides the heating and air services you need. Heating and air repair, installation, and maintenance. Whether your current heating system needs to be replaced, repaired, or simply needs maintenance, Seabold Heating and Air is the company to call for regularly servicing your equipment before you need emergency repairs, saving you stress and money in the long run. Seabold Heating and Air, keeping you cool in the summer and warm in the winter.
During the good times in life, such as a promotion or the birth of a new baby, who do you call to share in your excitement? You call a friend. During the difficult times in life, such as the loss of a loved one, who do you call for support and comfort? You call a friend. John David and Mary Benton Friend, your friends in funeral service. We also offer a full line of Monument products. Contact us anytime, 365-2670 or 379-2011.
It's halftime on WPBK-FM. Our halftime show is presented by David Gambrell, candidate for Lincoln County PVA.
Danville's deal maker, Bob Allen.
New Rams cost less at Bob Allen Motor Mall. Hi, I'm John Welsh. During Ram Power Days, lease a new 22 Ram 1500 Crew Cab for only $249 a month for 36 months. $54.28 plus tax, fees, and first payment due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. Stock C22728. Bob Allen Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Fiat on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
Did you know that when you buy a vehicle in another county county, your registration and taxes likely stay in that county? Did you know that you can request that your registration and taxes go to Lincoln County? It doesn't matter where you get your vehicle, just ask that the taxes are paid to Lincoln County. Your Lincoln County clerk, Sonny Spoonamore, reminds you to keep it local. For more information, call the clerk's office at 365-4570.
Lincoln Football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
Here at Death Valley, Patriots trail the Bobcats by 8 here at the break. A couple of other scores of interest. Bull County leads Henderson County 7-6 in the second quarter, and at halftime, Mercer County with a 14-7 lead over Danville. That's sort of a surprise, too, as I thought Danville would probably handle Mercer County tonight.
Yeah, Mercer's apparently started a little bit slow when they played in their first bowl game. They didn't have so much luck, but I think the last couple of weeks they started to pick it up. Craig East has been over there, and he knows how to play ball. And
he'll get the kids out over there, and then they're going to build that program up, you'd have to think. And just like our Lincoln County Patriots, we have 70 kids out. The offense is clicking. You and I were just talking. We're one stop away from turning this game around here tonight.
Yeah, we just got to get some tackle here and there instead of a shirt tail. And we've had that 2 or 3 different times tonight.
You're exactly right. Well, that's enough about football. Let's talk about the main show this weekend. Tomorrow night, Distinguished Young Women. Tell us about it. If we want to come, what do we need to do?
Okay, Distinguished Young Women, formerly known as Junior Miss, was started in 1958 in Mobile, Alabama. And it's a scholarship program. It's not a pageant. It's a program for senior girls in high school. We've got 13 girls in our program this year. They're doing a really, really good job. We had what we call our rough-in practice last Sunday, and then yesterday we had a straight run through, and the show's ready. They compete in the scholastic judging has already been done by a separate judge. Tomorrow, each girl will have a 10-minute interview with 5 judges that are coming in from different parts of the state. And then tomorrow evening at 6:30 is the program. They'll compete on stage in self-expression. They have a question that they are to answer on stage. Then they'll do their talent presentation and then fitness. And then it goes to the judges. And tickets are $10 each. It's all reserved seating. And so if anybody's interested, they can call my home number, which is 365-9782, and I will put seats back for them. We'll have a table on the porch tomorrow night that's will call, and that's tickets that have been reserved in advance. The sooner you do that, the better the seat's going to be.
So you can still come if you want to come tomorrow. And
absolutely.
I heard you talking with Tim yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I guess it was now. I've already lost track.
Well, that was early in the morning. I don't know what I said.
Yeah, I knew you were up. You were up past your bedtime, were you? So you can $10. You can still come tomorrow night. Some amazing things about this program. It's in its 39th year. 530 girls over those 39 years.
Counting the ones this year, yes.
And it's unbelievable. $537,000 in cash
has been awarded, yes,
scholarships
over those 39 years. Tomorrow night we will be awarding $32,000 in cash scholarships and $1.13 million in college offered. And we're really, really proud of our program. We've got a great committee that works hard to put this together. And back earlier in the year, I was talking with our regional representative from Mobile, and I said, Lisa, can you tell me how we rank on scholarship money? She looked it up, and she said, Lincoln County, Kentucky gives the most money of any local program in the nation. And when you compare that, the only state program that gave more money than we did was the state of Alabama. And they gave $32 2 last year.
So what you're saying, we're going to give more money tomorrow night right here in Stanford, Kentucky, than these young ladies are going to get when they go to the state competition in Lexington.
Yeah, we actually gave about we gave $30,200 last year. The state program gave about $26,500.
Stu, if someone wants, maybe they can't come, but they really like this program and they want to be part of it, what can someone do from afar if they just want to give to the program, or what's some ways to get involved?
We're constantly looking for new donors, new ways to raise money. We've got a silent auction that just ended last night. We've done a Pampered Chef fundraiser. We've done a pasta fundraiser, and did a 31, and that just helps us supplement every dime that we collect towards scholarships. We give in scholarships, and then that other money that we raise helps us to pay for the program itself.
One last time before I let you go, the time and $10 to get in, what time they need to be there, what time the doors open?
Doors open at 5:45 for the public, and the program starts at 6:30.
Thank you, Mr. Underwood.
Thank you.
Back to your job filming. He is the film man extraordinaire for the Lincoln County Patriots, so he'll head back to his area to get that done as Dustin Oney steps back in. We're ready to start the second half. Lincoln County trailing 24-16, and Dustin, that was quite the halftime. We got a lot of action going on there at halftime and a lot of good things going on.
With Stu taking over, I got to notice the pep section theme is Adam Sandler, and nobody dressed up as the water boy. That just perfect setup.
They all went pickup game Adam Sandler, which he is known to be quite the basketball player.
Little Happy Gilmore in there as well. See a few golf clubs.
Angie Doolin, candidate for circuit court clerk kickoff. Kobe Towns will do the kicking duties as we start the second half. We have a whistle. I don't know what the stoppage was, but Bell County's going to use it to their advantage and sub a kid in. Bobcats lead by 8. They'll have the ball first. You mentioned an onside kick. It wouldn't shock me.
I think Bell County's expecting it. That's why they made the switch.
Towns is going to kick it. It's a deep kick. End over end, fielded on the 14-yard line for the Bobcats. They'll run it out with Williams. He's hit hard at the 30-yard line and slammed down there by Ross Gibson.
Give Woolham credit for holding on to that ball, too, because Gibson hit him right on the football.
So Bell County will have their first possession here, and the Bobcats scored on 3 of their 4 drives in the first half. The only one they were unable to punch it in on was the drive right before the half where they ran out of time. Shout out to Superintendent Mike Rowe. Tuned in tonight, and it'll be the wishbone formation for Barnett and the Bobcats as they open up offense. Give to Woolham's off right tackle, hitting the backfield and brought down. A tackle for loss by Ross Gibson. Back-to-back tackles for Ross. He's the number 2 tackle man on the team on the season. Had 18 tackles through the first 3 games, and he's having a nice night here tonight.
Yeah, really stand out on the defensive end. And they're moving him all across the field.
He's playing that outside linebacker, but he's lining up at defensive end more or less out of this 3-4 look. Wishbone formation again for the Bobcats. Play action pass. Barnett rolls to the right, floats a pass out there, caught by Thomas Daniel on the 45. Cuts back to midfield to the 45 of Lincoln County. To the 40. He's got daylight, one man to beat. It's Connor Davis trying to chase him down, and Daniel will run it all the way in. A 66-yard touchdown off a little flare over on the right sideline, and Daniel cuts it all the way back across field and scores on a 76-yard touchdown pass with 11:03 to play in the third quarter. And the lead extended now to 14 for Bell County.
That's a backbreaker for Lincoln County. You felt like you held them good on first down, sent the pressure, and it was by design, a little flare-out screen. Woolham caught it and took it.
Bell County will go for 2. 11:03 to play third quarter. Wishbone. Burnett will turn and give to Woolham. He's hit, and they may have stopped him, but his forward progress gets him in 2-point conversion good. 11:03 to play third quarter. 32-16 Bobcats. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
At PBK Bank, we put the trust in our employees and know that they are the best to help our customers with all their financial needs. This is Eric Ralston, and I'm proud to be the next CEO of PBK Bank, the People's Bank since 1906. Stop by any of our 6 locations in Stanford, Houstonville, Junction City, Danville, or Mount Vernon to talk with our great staff today. PBK Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Since 1957, Durham's Grocery at 606 Lancaster Street in Sanford has been serving Stanford and the surrounding community with a full line of groceries, fresh meats, quality produce, and a full-service deli with homemade salads. They offer money orders and are also a payment center for KU, Atmos Energy, AT&T, and more. For fast, friendly service all the way to your car, Durham's Grocery is big enough to accommodate, small enough to appreciate. That's Durham's Grocery.
Lincoln Football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
11:03 to play third quarter. 76-yard touchdown pass. Really only about a 4-yard pass, Dustin, and Thomas Daniel, who's putting on a show here tonight, does the rest. Bell County will kick off. It's shanked. It won't go 10 yards, and Lincoln's going to have great field position this time as they'll take over all the way inside Bell County territory on around the 43-yard line.
That's one of those where you try to kick it as high as you can, and unfortunately just got too much under it and took a big backspin in favor of Lincoln County.
Patriots come back out on offense, trailing by 16, the biggest deficit of the game. And Bell County offense is having their way here tonight as they have scored on every drive except for the drive before halftime where they just simply ran out of time.
And you thought the drive before that Lincoln County was going to get the much-needed stop that they, well, I said much-needed, that they really needed, and just unfortunately had the pass connection.
Phillips will join Horton in the backfield. Davis, Seth Horton, and Cody Carter start the second half at receiver. Levi Warren in that H-back slot. He'll shift over from left to right. Lincoln going left to right on your radio dial here on their first drive of the second half. Inside handoff to Phillips. He has running room around the left side. First down yardage and more. Inside the 35 down to around the 32 where he's pushed out of bounds. A gain of 12 for Micah Phillips. He's having a big night on the ground.
Nice burst of speed, too, and he was very patient when he first got it. Read the blocks, took it around. Nice pickup.
Micah with 59 yards rushing now to lead the way for the Pates tonight. They're without the services of their super freshman Reed Curlis, who's out with injury.
Phillips is getting close to a career night for Lincoln, for himself.
Phillips stays in at halfback. Horton will work from the gun. Looks to throw. Caught over on the left side by Carter. Breaks one tackle before he's brought down. Cody Carter will pick up around 5. 10:05 to play. Second and 4 here in the third quarter. Lincoln County no huddle offense. Horton back to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers split to the far right. Play action pass. Slings it over to Carter, who catches it again. He'll have a Bluegrass Drugstore first down on that grab. A good throw by Sawyer Horton.
That's where Carter's height comes to advantage. You just throw it up and let him catch it.
Lincoln County quickly back to the line as they have went with tempo most of this game tonight. Shotgun formation again for Horton. Reed option, keeps it himself right up the middle. Big hole opens up inside the 10. Bluegrass Drugstore first down yardage down to the 6. A 13-yard pickup for the quarterback on the Reed option. And Lincoln County has it first and goal here with 9:26 to play third quarter on the McKnight Funeral Home and Monument Company scoreboard.
Already lined back up, ready to go again.
Seth Horton in the backfield now with Phillips. Horton takes the snap, handoff to Phillips. Down to around the 5, picks up 2. Good lead block that time from Horton, who Wind up in that fullback / H-back spot. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 6. Same formation. Horton quickly back to the line. Takes the snap. Looks to throw. Over the middle. Incomplete. And it's going to be defensive pass interference as Connor Davis was the intended receiver on the slant. Same play he scored on 2 games ago against Casey County.
Be half a distance, but it'll be automatic first down.
That should move it to the 3-yard line where it'll be 1st and goal for the Lincoln County offense. They trail 32-16. 8:47 to play here in the 3rd quarter. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name our Inter-County Energy lineman of the game. Be a good time here for one of them big nasties up front to make a hole and get in the end zone for 6. Horton takes the snap. Fake handoff. Keeps it himself. Around right edge. He's in. Touchdown. Sawyer Horton on a 3-yard keeper. Nice read option for the junior quarterback. And with 8:44 to play in the 3rd quarter, the Cedar Creek Dental touchdown from Horton makes it 32-22. Extra point pending.
He had me faked out. I thought Phillips had the football, and I think so did all of Bell County because Horton ran in untouched.
They're going to go for 2 again, trailing by 10. Horton takes the snap. Same play. Fake handoff. Keeps it. Pushes forward. Lunges toward the goal line. He's in. 2-point conversion for Sawyer Horton. Makes it 32-24. 8:44 to play 3rd quarter. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
While so many of us ask big questions about what happens when we die, we often forget to ask questions that will capture the way that we lived. Take time to think about the type of funeral services that you would want. Traditional? Celebratory? Will the service reflect your unique interests and personality? Contact McKnight Funeral Home and Monument Company and let funeral directors Kyle McKnight and Jamie Oakes assist you in pre-planning your funeral service today. McKnight Funeral Home and Monument Company, family owned and committed to serving you with dignity.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, "The sweetest fruits of life come from serving others." And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
This is Sean Slusher, your Shelter Insurance agent here in Stanford. For auto, home, farm, business, and life insurance, give me a call, 365-3143.
Lincoln Football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
Angie Doolin, candidate for Circuit Court Clerk kickoff here for Towns after the Sawyer Horton touchdown and 2-point conversion. It's another deep kick. It'll be fumbled at the 20. Willem picks it back up. He's hit immediately and wrapped up at the 25-yard line. Good job that time by Connor Davis and the Lincoln County Special Teams unit to fly in there and pin the Bobcats back deep. And once again, Dustin, one stop could totally turn this game around as the offense for Lincoln County has proven to be ready for the task here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, one stop is huge, and coming out of halftime, Lincoln County really needed that stop, and then you had the big touchdown pass and catch.
Corbin leading Pulaski County 10-7 in the 3rd quarter. 32-24, Bell County here. 1st and 10 from their own 26. 8:38 to play 3rd quarter. Burnett goes under center, gives it to the fullback on the trap. First time they've ran that tonight. That's a Bell County staple, and it's clogged up and goes nowhere.
Lincoln County read that perfect.
That'll set up 2nd and long. See if this Red Nation D can get a big stop. Sawyer Horton having a huge game on the offensive side of things here for Lincoln County tonight.
55 yards rushing with 1 touchdown, passing for over 136 yards and 1 score. Almost had 2.
And a nice two nice 2-point conversion plays. Wishbone formation. It'll be a toss to Woolham on the right side. He goes off the tackle, follows his block. He's going to have a 1st down, and Lincoln County doing a lot of arm tackling, and Woolham taking them for a ride down the sideline before he's finally pushed out of bounds, and that'll be another 1st down carry for the Bobcats.
It's a luxury to have both Woolham and Thomas back there. It's a 2-headed monster.
Came in on the night, he averaging 6 yards per carry, and he's doing more than that here tonight. And Daniel having a huge game, 200 rushing and over 70 receiving here for Thomas Daniel. 1st and 10 from the Bobcat 40. 7:35 to play third quarter. Wishbone formation. Burnett goes back under center. He'll give it right up the middle to Woolham again, and he's hit at the line, but it falls forward, and that's something Coach Dudley Hilton teaches. When they get hit, Dustin, they never go down where they're hit. It's always another yard or 2 or 3, and that adds up over the length of a game.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not really they're getting hit fight for yards. It's when they lower that shoulder as they're going down and they fall forward instead of backwards, and you're right. That 1 to 2 yards, that can make a huge difference in a game.
Shout out to the Duns watching tonight all the way over in North Carolina. Penalty flag. Thanks, Mac, for passing that on. Stoppage here on the flag. It's a false start on Bell County.
So it puts them behind the chains again. But Bell County has found ways to make up that gap.
Not seen this very many times, the Bell County offense. They usually play in front of the sticks for sure. This time they find themselves in a 2nd down and 11.
It'll be a good time for Lincoln County to force their first turnover on the night. They had 2 big turnovers and a defensive safety last week against Pulaski County. One would be huge right here.
2nd down and 12 from the bone. Burnett going to look to throw over the middle. Incomplete. Dropped by Pace. Good coverage out there by Bennett. Stops the clock with 6:29 to play here in the third quarter on the McKnight Funeral Home and Monument Company scoreboard.
Now here's the thing. You're 3rd and 11. If you can get the stop, I mean, it's punting territory depending on where you stop them, I guess.
You know what they need right here, Dustin?
A Derms grocery sack.
Just like you needed at lunchtime, the Derms Deli.
It's needed, and it always delivers.
Let's see if they can deliver it right here. 3rd and long, and Bobcats have found a way to convert on these 3rd and longs so far tonight, and this would be a huge opportunity. 3rd and long from the 39. 6:29 to play. Burnett takes it from the gun. He's going to look to throw. Now scrambles off to the left, drops a pass right over the middle, drop! Wide open receiver. Jordan Hall drops it on the 45, and it was going to be a first and maybe a touchdown. Nothing but green, and Bell County's going to roll out the punt team for the first time tonight. I was unsure if they brought it with them.
I was about to say the same thing, and they're proving it to us that they did, but very fortunate for Lincoln County because Burkett did a nice job bringing the defense towards him, and as soon as they come, just a loft pass.
Blake Burnett is a crafty quarterback, the youngster, and that time just a drop.
See Connor Davis haul this one in, and
he's only a freshman, Burnett is, Dustin, so he does a good job back there. Connor Davis back to receive it. It's a fake, and they convert wide open over the middle. They catch Lincoln County napping and convert the fake punt with a little seam route to Kennedy. And what a play call from Dudley Hilton and the Bobcats. He hasn't won 400 games for nothing. You got to give the man credit there. And 4th down and 11.
I don't think anybody expected that. I didn't expect it. I was like, well, maybe they don't have a punter. I don't know.
But Lincoln was bringing pressure, which made it even easier to throw that route. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Patriot 38 after the fake punt. Burnett back under center, gives it to Daniel off right side on the blast. He'll pick up 11 and another 1st down for Bell County. And twice tonight on 4th and long, Bell County has made back-breaking plays against this defense.
4th down plays, 2 of 2 tonight. And, I mean, right when you think the momentum is about to shift back into Lincoln County's favor, Bell County pulls out the tricks. And like you said, Coach Hilton, he's won 400 games for a reason.
Bobcats back to the bone. 5:22 to play third quarter. 1st and 10. Burnett will turn and give to Daniel. He'll go left side this time. Big Ho opens up. He's off to the races. Touchdown, 26-yard run, untouched for Thomas Daniel, who is having a massive night for Bell County with 5:13 to play here in the third quarter. The Bobcats lead back to 38-24. Injury timeout. Looks like Bennett is shaking up in the end zone as he tried to chase Daniel down.
And, you know, you get that stop. Lincoln County's driving to try to tie this game. They convert on the fake punt, and then score 2 plays later. And this is
deflating plays.
And this is where Lincoln County really needs a stop on 2-point conversions. A 14-point game. You stop them here, you're no longer chasing points. You can, go score a 2-point, and then you're taking a lead if you can get another stop. But getting that stop has just not been there for Lincoln County tonight, and it's desperately needed every single drive.
Shout out to the mayor of Middleville and Caleb Grisham listening tonight on their way down to the swamp. Safe travels, guys, and good luck tomorrow as the Cats and Gators in a big one tomorrow night.
That Gator chomp you just did looked like maybe you were favoring the Gators.
Just showing you what they do, Dustin, so you're ready for tomorrow night. Bell County will go for 2 as they've done all night. 38-24 the score, 5:13 to play third quarter. Burnett will go back under center. The freshman quarterback, I formation, Woolham the deep back. He'll give it to Woolham, right side, and he dances in for a 2-point conversion. Our score, 5:13 to play third quarter. Bell County 40, Lincoln County 24. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
We all like to save money, and State Farm can help with discounts. When you combine your car insurance with State Farm's homeowner's insurance, you get big savings. So talk to me, Jason Todd, your local State Farm agent, and experience the good neighbor service that has made us America's #1 insurance company. Together, we can make sure you get the discount you deserve and coverage you need. No policy with State Farm? No problem. Call me, Jason Todd, at 365-9882 or stop by my office at 711 Danville Avenue in Stanford today to find out how much a multi-line discount can save you.
Hey Lincoln County Patriots, this is Woods Adams, Lincoln County's next judge executive. I wanted to take this time to wish the Lincoln County Patriot football team the best of luck on a successful season. I also wanted to take the time to give thanks to everyone that supported me and my family during this past primary election. Being a part of a community where pride and tradition of each town intermingle to become Lincoln County is truly something special. To be trusted and supported by the same community in which I was raised is a huge honor, and I look forward to serving the people of Lincoln County. Again, this is Woods Adams, and thank you, Lincoln County. Now let's go, Patriots.
Lincoln Football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
Another Angie Dooling candidate for Circuit Court Clerk kickoff. Bull County leading Henderson County 14-6 at the half. High pooch kick, fair caught up on the 35-yard line by Gavin Douglas. And Lincoln County will take over, 1st and 10 from there.
Our local internet connectivity is powered by Skyline Broadband, and this game is brought to you in part by Carol Hill, attorney at law in Stanford, by Gonder & Associates, your certified public accountant in Stanford, by Dalton Miller, the Stanford mayor, and by Lincoln County Judge Executive James Woods Adams. Jimbo is a big supporter of Lincoln County football.
Thank you to those fine sponsors who make these broadcasts possible for Lincoln County athletics. Patriots trailing by 16 as Bell County scores after the 4th and 11 fake punt. And let's see if the Patriot offense can match them again. Horton will open up from the gun. Receivers split both ways. One back in the backfield is Lane. Inside handoff to Lane, and Bell County hits him in the backfield. Lane spins out of it back to the line of scrimmage where he's brought down for no gain.
And this is, crunch time for Lincoln County. You can ill afford to put the ball back in the hands of Bell County, who now leads by 16. You have to score here and then get that much-needed stop.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll be naming our player of the game, presented by Seabold Heating and Air. Horton from the gun, twins to his right. One receiver split to the far left. Play action pass, seam route, Seth Horton caught midfield, cuts back up to left sideline. He's inside the 40, tackled inside the 35, down to the 34-yard line. Horton to Horton, a big gainer there. As Sawyer finds Seth right over the middle on the seam route. And he picks up 34 yards. Huge gain. A Bluegrass Drugstore first down, and Lincoln County in business. Ball marked at the Bell County 32-yard line.
Seth Horton now 75 yards receiving. His brother Sawyer's throwing for 171.
Horton will give it to Lane. Heelan breaks a tackle, spins down to the 26-yard line. Gain of 6 for Big E. Clock ticks down to 3:53 here in the third quarter. Patriots trailing 40-24 on the McKnight Funeral Home and Monument Company scoreboard. Horton stays in the gun. Bennett to the far left. Cody Carter in the slot. Horton fakes to give. Keeps it himself. Right up the middle. Big yardage. First and down and more. Finally brought down around the 15-yard line. A 11-yard pickup for Sawyer. He's done a wonderful job on the ground here tonight for the Patriot offense.
With that run, became the leading rusher for Lincoln County with 66 yards on 12 carries.
The read option is doing him well here. Same thing. Fakes it, keeps it. This time he'll try the right side. Bell County meets him in the backfield and brings him down this time. He'll lose a yard or two, or actually picks up one. Good spot there. Bad eyes and a good spot. Second down and 9.
We will take it.
Clock ticks under 3 minutes here in the third quarter. Bell County leads by 40-24. If you're wondering how they got 40, it's called go for 2 every time.
And it's worked.
They've converted every one of them.
Some gutsy calls. Has got
5 touchdowns, 5 2-point conversion. That's hard to do. Horton stays in the gun where he likes to operate. Takes the snap. Inside handoff to Lane. Lane goes off left guard. Pushes the pile for maybe 1. A little extra there. Nothing. No flag. It's going to be 3rd and long, and this is another big play. The Patriots have it on the Bell County 14, but they're looking at a 3rd and 8.
And Horton's got 2 big dangerous weapons he's seen tonight in this area of the field. He's got his brother Seth, and he's also got Connor, who's one-on-one right here on the far side.
Horton will take the snap, looks to throw, rolls to his right, tucks it down. Now he'll keep it. Gets up the sideline, pushed out of bounds. Ball will be marked on the 12. He'll pick up 2, and that's going to make it 4th and 6. Ball on the Bell County 14, under 2 minutes to play. Clock stops as Horton goes out of bounds, and Coach Jaggers is obviously going to keep the first team offense out here and go for it.
You can argue this is probably the biggest play of the game.
Bennett and Carter, the wide receivers to the left. Connor Davis, the lone receiver on the right sideline. 4th down and 6. Horton, play action pass right over the middle. Had Seth Horton wide open, and it's knocked down by the linebacker. It was 6 points for sure. Credit Blake Evans on the breakup as he jumps up and gets a hand on it. And Seth had found himself free behind the coverage. And Bell County will take over on downs here on their own 12-yard line, leading by 16.
And what could have been, unfortunately, a better play by the defensive lineman smacking that, because you're right. If that's just 2 inches higher, that's a touchdown, but what a play by Bell County's defense.
Bobcats take over. Another huge play for their D. They lead by 2 scores. Burnett goes back under center, wishbone formation. Gives it to Thomas Daniel, who leaps over the pile and picks up positive yardage. He'll gain 4. 2nd down and 6 now. Lincoln County desperately needs a turnover, a couple of consecutive negative plays, something to gain some defensive momentum.
I go back to that fake punt. What a gutsy call by Coach Hilton. I mean, everybody on Lincoln County side, like, we're getting the ball back. They're struggling to stop us, and then you hit the big 4th down punt fake. Gutsy call, but it paid off.
2nd down and 5 for the Bobcats. Hard count, and Lincoln County jumps. It'll be an encroachment call, and that will be close to a 1st down.
Looks like it'll leave them about a yard shy. Maybe half a yard shy.
Second and short after the 5-yard encroachment penalty. Been a fairly clean game for both teams penalty-wise tonight. 1:07 to play third quarter. Bobcats.
I stand corrected. It is a first down.
1st and 10 now. They definitely had it marked behind the stick originally. So now it is 1st and 10 from the Bell County 22. Bobcats in no hurry now as they milk the play clock down under 5. Burnett turns and gives to Daniels off left side. He's hit at the 26-yard line. He'll pick up 4.
I mean, well over 250 yards for Thomas tonight rushing.
And with a 16-point lead and not having to take another snap before the end of the quarter, that will be the last play here in quarter number 3 at Death Valley. Our score, Bell County 40, Lincoln County 24. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
Lincoln County Schools is a proud public school district that serves over 3,000 students and employs over 700 people. The school system is made up of 7 different schools and a technology center. The district offers a variety of diverse programs in order to meet the needs of the students and their communities. From preschool to Patriots, kids matter most at all of Lincoln County schools.
Crab Orchard Elementary, we are Cubs.
Howland Elementary, we are Aviators.
Houstonville Elementary, we are Tigers.
Sanford Elementary, we are Wildcats.
Waynesburg Elementary, we are Tigers.
Lincoln County Middle School, we are Eagles.
Lincoln County High School, we are Patriots.
This is Superintendent Michael Rowe. Together, we are Team Lincoln.
Lincoln County Board of Education, every student, every classroom, every day. College, career, and citizenship ready.
Lincoln football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
Fourth quarter set to get underway here at Death Valley. Patriots find themselves behind 40-24. And Dustin, if you like offense, this has been the game for you. Both teams piling up the yardage here tonight.
It reminds you of the Casey County game. Both teams just marching up and down the field. It's just which team's going to make the mistakes. And through the first 3 quarters, it's been Lincoln County that's, just unfortunately not been able to pick up the first downs when needed and not been able to slow down the Bobcat offense.
Bell County will have it 2nd and 5 on their own 27. Fourth quarter. Burnett goes back under center. He'll take the snap, turns and gives the Daniels on left side. Good hole opens up. He's going to be close to another Bobcat first down, but there's a yellow flag in the backfield.
This could be big for Lincoln County in the area of holding.
I don't think we've seen a holding call tonight.
Not to my knowledge.
There's a first time for everything.
That's be a perfect first time for a stop here for Lincoln County.
It's going to be a chop block just as well. That'll back up the Bobcats.
That's a personal foul. So is that 15? So that's even better then.
So that negates the Daniel run. And we'll set up 2nd down and long for Bell County. 11:54 to play in the game on the McKnight Funeral Home and Monument Company scoreboard. Bobcats leading by 16. Wishbone formation, 1 receiver split to the left. Bobcats going left to right on the radio dial. It's a toss to the right to Wool. Bennett gets out there and does a good job, stays home and makes the tackle. Great job by Bennett. And that's how you defend that sweep.
Made Woolham cut in.
3rd and long. Here we go, Dustin. They've had some opportunities on these 3rd and 4th and longs, and
I know who's getting the ball is the thing.
Thomas Daniel, but with one way or another, they're going to find a way to get it to number 4 here tonight. And that young man's got 246 yards on the ground and another 80 through the air. From the bone, Burnett goes under center. Hard count. Play clock down to 6. Turns, gives it to Daniels off left side. Big hole opens up. Hit right at the sticks. Falls forward, and he's going to have enough for a first down again. Ball comes out. It's on the ground.
Lincoln
County says they have it. Let's see. Any indication? Patriot recovered fumble, and no indication yet if the runner was down. If they did, we missed it for the crowd. No signal. Let's see as they talk it over.
Lincoln football.
And it will be Lincoln County recovering the fumble, but now they're huddling up, Dustin. They have signaled
Lincoln's
County.
got an injured player down, so it's kind of paused the delay. But they did signal Lincoln County ball, but they've not moved the chains.
Daniel had the first before it popped out.
I don't think anybody knows what's really going on.
Lincoln County will have it with great field position if the turnover stands. We do have an injured player on the field as we sort things out.
And the NFL, which began last night, good Bills and Rams game, would be going to the replay booth, and I'm so thankful we don't have that here in high school to delay it anymore.
Injured player for Lincoln County, Zach Duncan. He's up on his feet, and hopefully just a cramping situation as trainer Ricky Morris and Kenny Mack go out to check on him.
Offense is coming out. Lincoln County ball.
And the turnover will stand after the referees talk things over, and Patriots get the big turnover that they needed. And that was just a situation where Thomas Daniel was fighting for extra yardage, and somebody over there from Lincoln County poked it out. I was unable to see who jumped on it.
And it was a melee of a dog pile to get that, and that was on the opposite side of the field where we were at. But needed if you're Lincoln County. Now
absolutely,
if you're able to capitalize on this and score and connect on that 2-point conversion, that's now become important. The extra point is very important, especially here in crunch time.
Patriots 1st and 10 from the Bell County 33 after the fumble recovery. Horton loses it and has to jump on it. It was a bad snap, or he couldn't handle it, one or the other, and it's going to back him up all the way back to the 40.
And that's exactly what Lincoln County did not need.
7-yard loss on the first down. Like we talked about in the first half, right when momentum feels like it's going to turn every time, something like that seems to happen, a penalty or a play like that.
But you live to play another down.
2nd and 17, 10-14 to play in the game. Horton looks to throw. Plenty of time. Now pressure comes in. He eludes one guy and then falls down. He's sacked all the way back at the 47. Another loss of 7. And now the Pates are looking at 3rd and forever after the turnover. 2 straight 7-yard losses.
And here's where I mean, it's obvious at this point you're in 4-down territory and you need a mile. So, I mean, you don't have to get it all in one, but as we said earlier, the closer you get, the better.
Lincoln County's going to burn a Builder Supply timeout. We'll keep it right here. Well, it's 9:41 to play in the game. Bell County leading 40-24.
I want to let you know our local internet connectivity is powered by Skyline Broadband, and this game is brought to you in part by Kentucky Farm Bureau agent Michaela King, by Lincoln County Public Library, by the Stanford Water Works, and by Mary Adams, candidate for Lincoln County PVA.
Builder Supply timeout called by Coach Jaggers. Lincoln County trailing 40-24. They're looking at a 3rd and 24 and a deflating offensive series here after the fumble recovery.
And that just shows the coverage downfield on that because, Horton had a couple seconds and the pocket broke free late. But, I mean, the coverage downfield was, outstanding for Bell County and made him hold on to it longer than he'd like.
Lincoln County with 148 yards on the ground tonight, 4.3 yards per carry, and another fine performance for the junior quarterback, Sawyer Horton, 12 of 16, $171. Has a rushing touchdown, a couple of 2-point conversions.
And a passing touchdown, too.
Nice game tonight for Horton. Let's see if he can pull some more magic out here with 9:41 to go in the game. And this is the area of the field where 3rd and long, a draw or a little middle screen would.
Or a pass interference would be nice, too.
We'll take it. Horton's going to throw. He's got time, scrambles off to the right, keeps his eyes downfield, now lets it go. He's got a man caught. Bennett near the sticks.
And it's close to a first down. Let's see.
They need it 24, and I'm afraid he was pushed out at 23. We'll see where they mark it.
It all depends on the spot. I mean, they're going to measure this. Maybe not.
Trevor Bennett on the reception, a 24-yard completion, and a fastball from Sawyer Horton. He pulled out the heater there. He's a pitcher in baseball, too. 4th and inches. It is short. Lincoln's going to go here. Biggest play of the game for the offense. 9:14 to play in the game. 4th and inches from the Bell County 32-yard line. Horton takes the snap, gives it to Lane. Hit at the line, spin move for Big E. He's going to move the sticks with a first down run. A Cedar Creek Dental, a Bluegrass Drugstore first down for the Lincoln County offense.
Needed 1, picked up 4, and fought for that 4 yards too. That shows the off-season workouts that Elon Lane went through to muscle that for more yardage.
Little inside give to Lane, picks up the first, and with 8:50 to go, Lincoln with a 1st and 10. Huge pickup. They were looking at a 3rd and 24.
Cody Carter got one-on-one coverage.
Play action pass. Sawyer rolls to his right, throws, caught. Connor Davis inside the 10, cut back, spin move. Give him 6. The con man, touchdown. Lincoln County with 8:37 to go in the game. A Cedar Creek Dental touchdown. 21-yard pass from Horton to Davis. The second touchdown catch of the night for Connor Davis. And Lincoln County will go for 2 to try to cut it back to a 1-possession game here with 8:37 left.
And this is all important.
The read option has been money here. Sawyer has thrown one in and run one in off of the read. Let's see what they do here. Shotgun formation. Horton with Lane in the backfield. It's a sprint option to the right. Horton can't get in. He stopped, and that's a big stop this time for Bell County. 8:37 left in the game. Our score, Bell County 40, Lincoln County 30. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series tractor is the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. for over 10 years. Powerful Kubota diesel engine, ease of operation, and your choice of a Kubota gear or HST transmission. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer. If you're looking for quality equipment and exceptional services provided by trained experts, visit your local Kubota dealer. Lawson Trailer and Implement in Stanford today.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, you know why we're here. The football season is back! Woo! And since that's too amazing to miss a single second's worth, Pepsi is officially giving you permission to always put football first. Like maybe those in-laws are back in town. Well, better hope they're football fans because your Sunday is completely booked. Long story short, crack open a Pepsi and don't let anything get between you and your football watching. With love, Pepsi, made for football watching. That's what I like.
Lincoln football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
Connor Davis cuts the lead to 40-30 off of the touchdown pass from Sawyer Horton. And what about those moves from the con man? Yards after the catch. He's had a great game here tonight.
2 nice catches, or 3 for the game, but
2 TDs.
2 touchdowns.
Some great plays on defense.
He's coming into his own. Didn't play football last season. Getting back this year. Looking really good.
Angie Doolin, candidate for circuit court clerk kickoff. Towns with a high end-over kick, caught by Thomas Daniel on the 15. That's trouble. Daniels runs right up the middle, face mask, no call, breaks the tackle out past the 40, finally brought down on the 43, and the Patriots got away with one there.
That was an obvious missed face mask.
And it looks like Bell County now with an injured man on the field, and it's Daniel, but he hops up. Maybe some cramping for him, too, now.
That's the one player, if you're Bell County, you cannot have become injured.
Time is the enemy now for Lincoln County as they fell on that 2-point conversion. So they now need 2 scores, Dustin, with 8:30 to play in the game, trailing by 10.
And 2 plays so far that's summed up is that the 2 fourth down plays for Bell County. 4th and 13, touchdown. 4th and 11, fake punt.
2-back set this time for Burnett. 2 receivers. Fullback trap. Nice hit at the line. He'll go down immediately. Ross Gibson flies in again tonight, and he's had a well of a game at defensive end here tonight.
Yes, he has.
As we mentioned earlier, he's outside linebacker, defensive end, whatever you want to call him.
Hybrid.
He's playing great.
We'll give him the hybrid position. because he's a down lineman, but he's standing up. And, Kentucky fans, Brad, I know you love them, but Josh Allen comes to mind, how he's playing, standing up on that edge position. And he's playing really well off that.
Been in the backfield a lot. Several big plays for the defense. 7:50 to play. Bell County leads by 10. Play clock down to 7. Burnett goes under center. He'll turn and give it to the second man through. It's Daniel. Daniel pushes the pile and will be out past midfield, short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and short for the Bobcats.
And this is the scenario that's played out is in favor of Bell County, of course, but this is what they like. They've clock's on their side. They love eating that clock. 5 yards here, 4 yards here. As long as they can get the first down, that's all they are worried about.
3rd down and 3. Ball on the Patriot 49-yard line. 7:06 to play in the game. Bobcats milking that PBK Bank play clock under 10 every time now. Wishbone formation. Burnett turns, hands to Daniel, and he's going to be close to a first. Brought down by Gibson again.
Looks like they're going to. Yes, first down. He got it by about a foot.
So first down will move the chains and milk a lot more time here as the play clock resets to 35, and Bell County has a 1st and 10 from the Lincoln County 47 with a 10-point lead.
Patriots still have all 3 timeouts.
Need another turnover here.
It was a fumble the last time, picked up by Lincoln County. 2 in a row would be nice.
Wishbone formation for the Bobcats. Burnett goes under center. He'll turn, give to Daniel. Off right tackle. Brought down at the 44-yard line. He'll pick up 3.
Bell County's just going to keep feeding the horse that's led them to where they're at. And over 266 yards rushing.
Zane Mullins on the tackle for Lincoln County. 2nd down and 7. 5:45 to play in the game on the McKnight Funeral Home and Monument Company scoreboard.
Bell County took over with 8 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. And if it's up to them, they'll keep it for the whole 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
Freshman quarterback turns, toss. Woolham on the left side, gets outside. He'll have a first down. As he picks up 8, they need it 7, and it'll be another 1st and 10 for Bell County. And once again, they will have the ability to milk this clock on down.
Lincoln County has all game needed a big stop, and each possession becomes more important, and a stop here is desperate.
5:07 to play in the game. Bell County was still with 18 seconds on the play clock.
And you're to the point, if you're Lincoln County, you start reaching for that ball, hoping that it pops out.
40-30, Bobcats lead. Wishbone formation again for Burnett. A turn and give to Woolham right up the middle on the dive. Breaks free. Ball comes out.
No way. They're going to say
who
down.
Jumped on it.
I think they're going to call the runner down.
They're going to say he was either down or Lincoln definitely recovered, so they're going to say the runner was down. First down yardage picked up by Woolham down to the 23-yard line of Lincoln County. 1st and 10 from there. 40-30 lead for Bell County as they milk this clock down. Huge crowd on hand tonight as the 1981 team was honored. The one of 2 teams to ever go undefeated during the regular season here. They went 12-0 before losing in the region championship game.
If you're Lincoln County, fight for that ball. Strip it if you can.
Burnett from the bone again. Turns and gives it to Woolham up the middle, and Lincoln County sniffs it out this time. Still picks up 3, maybe 4. Clock will go under 4 minutes now. Patriots with 2 Builder Supply timeouts left. Bell County has all 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7, and the Bobcats are inside Lincoln County red zone territory again.
Getting close to having to use those timeouts just to save some time.
Patriots with 368 total yards tonight. Bell County with 476. Freshman quarterback goes back under center. Wishbone formation. Double tight. He'll give it to Daniel off left side. Seth Horton flies in and makes a good play behind the line. Daniel maybe gets back to the line. And this will be a Builder Supply timeout called by Coach Jaggers. 3:19 to play in the game. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
Seabold Heating and Air provides the heating and air services you need. Heating and air repair, installation, and maintenance. Whether your current heating system needs to be replaced, repaired, or simply needs maintenance, Seabold Heating and Air is the company to call for regularly servicing your equipment before you need emergency repairs, saving you stress and money in the long run. Seabold Heating and Air, keeping you cool in the summer and warm in the winter.
Lincoln Football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
A timeout stops the clock. 3:19 to play in the game. Scores of interest: LaRue County 44, Rockcastle County 20.
That's a common opponent. Casey County defeated LaRue County, and a lot of people in that Casey
Hard
County.
to figure the things out. You know, Rock beat Casey, and then Casey blows LaRue out. And now LaRue is blowing Rockcastle County out tonight.
It's like rock, paper, scissors. If paper beats rock, but rock beats scissors, but scissors can beat paper. Try to figure that one out.
3:19 to play. Lincoln County stops the clock on 3rd and 6 in an attempt to get the ball back here. And Bell County will break the huddle here with one receiver split to the left, wishbone formation. Burnett will go back under center. Turns and gives it to Daniel. Daniel hitting the backfield, cuts back, and he's stopped. Good job that time by Levi Warren, Elon Lane, and a host of Patriot defenders in on the action. And Coach Jagger's going to use another Builder Supply timeout. That'll be the last one. With 3:12 to play in the Bobcats looking at a 4th and 6. We'll keep it right here.
And, I mean, you stop it here and possibilities back open. They pick up a first down. That's basically it.
Danville and Mercer County tied 14-14 fourth quarter. Bull County now leading Henderson County 17-6.
I'm trying to – looked like Henderson County was driving as of late. Going to be cut back in that.
Lincoln County with a chance here. It's going to be 4th and 6 after the Builder Supply timeout. Ball will be placed on the Patriot 19-yard line. Bobcats lead by 10. The unfortunate thing, Dustin, is the 10 is really just one more touchdown.
Yeah. I mean, that 2-point conversion missed. That was tough. And, you know, Lincoln County had chances earlier in the game to stop Bell County on those 2-point conversions, hit the ball carrier in the backfield, just unable to bring them down. And
this is the third chance to stop a 4th and long, this time 4th and 7 from the 19.
Third time's always a charm, right?
Burnett from the bone. One receiver to the left. He'll turn, look to keep it on the option. He's hit and brought down. They're going to stop him. Let's see who got in there. Looked like big 65. Zane Mullins on the stop and a turnover on downs. And the Patriots have life.
Patriots, no timeout. You got to score quick. Use the sideline to your advantage. March down the field.
No timeouts. 3:07 to play. Lincoln County will have it 1st and 10 from their own 19. Trailing by 10. And they have moved the ball all night. Horton 14 of 18 through the air, 216 and 2 TDs to the con man. Davis with 2 TD grabs. Horton's had a nice night receiving. Carter's made some big grabs. Let's see what they can do here. They have a chance.
Got to go 85 yards and then get an onside kick.
Horton will start from the gun. One back to his left. Trips right. Going to throw to Carter on a slant. Tipped, and then tipped again by Carter, and falls incomplete. Nice play by Woolham to get a hand on it, and then Cody Carter nearly pulled it in, but it'll fall incomplete.
You're talking about a game of inches both times for Lincoln County. You go back to the last fourth down attempt Lincoln County had, the pass from Horton to Horton that was tipped at the line 2 inches higher, and that's a touchdown. I mean, game of inches, and Lincoln County could be driving to win this game, but now they're trying to play catch-up.
Davis, Lane, and Horton split to the right. Cody Carter, the lone receiver on the left sideline. Horton looks to pass. Tucks it, runs over to the left, now just floats it out of bounds, incomplete. Wisely throws it away as he's outside of the pocket. Stops the clock with 2:56 to play. It'll be 3rd and long for the Patriot offense.
And another smart play. Nothing there. You do not want to have a turnover here. Throw the ball away. You've got 2 more opportunities. That's something, he's grew on. Last couple of years, there's a lot of forced balls. I mean, a lot of 50-50 balls that wasn't won by Lincoln County, and now he's matured in. If it's not there, throw it away. If it is, he's going to take it.
Trips right, shotgun formation, 2:56 left in the game. Horton's going to look to throw again, looking at Carter. Lets it go deep over the middle field. Carter breaking free, nearly hauled it in on the 45-yard line, broken up nicely by Bell County's number 14, George Pace. That ball was on the money.
That's a beautiful throw.
As Carter,
just good coverage,
unable to haul it in, and now 4th and 10, no timeouts. This is the game for Lincoln County.
You don't get it here, you can't stop the clock if Bell County gets it back, so you have to have the conversion.
Horton will work from the gun again, twins to his right. Phillips in the backfield with him. Play action pass. Looks right over the middle. Seth Horton free. Bobbled, pulls it back in. He'll have a first down. If they blow the whistle for forward progress, as Seth Horton, with a juggling act, hauls it in for a Bluegrass Drugstore first down. A huge play on 4th and 10 will move the chains for Lincoln County.
And what a way to stay with that. The ball was kind of juggling, stuck with it, even took a big hit afterward, held on to it.
2:33 left in the game, 1st and 10. Horton takes the snap, goes to his right. Looks to throw over the middle, nearly intercepted. He was looking for Connor Davis. Broke it up nicely in there by Blake Burnett. The quarterback playing a little safety now.
Horton now 15 of 23, 230 yards and 2 scores.
Another fine night for Sawyer Horton. Lincoln County was 2nd and 10 now from their own 29. 2:26 left in the game. Bell County leading by 10. Horton in the backfield with Phillips. Cody Carter split to the left, twins to the right. From the gun. Horton looks to throw. Looks right, throws behind Lane as he's hit. But it was about a foot or 2 behind him, incomplete.
You put that one out in front, and Lane still could be running.
3rd and 10. Clock down to 2:22. Stops on the incomplete pass. Lincoln County trailing by 10.
It seems like the bigger the pressure, the better Horton gets. He's connected on several 4th down plays.
Maybe go back to that tight end dump to Seth here. It's been open all night. It's 3rd and 10 from the gun. Horton looks things over. Checks it at the line. Looks over at Coach Jaggers. Receives the shotgun snap. He looks to the right to throw. Out on the sideline. Caught by Connor Davis. First down yardage on the connection from Horton to Davis. That'll move the chains again with another Bluegrass Drugstore first down for Lincoln County.
Davis now 4 receptions for 54 yards.
Clock ticks now under 2:10 as Lincoln needs to show some urgency. Taking a lot of time to get this off.
Yeah, time is not on your side.
They have to speed things up here. Maybe think about using a down to spike the ball here with no timeouts. Horton takes the snap from the gun, looks things over. Bell County gets pressure, so Horton rolls out to the left. Now he'll run toward the sideline, pick up positive yardage, 6-yard run, and he stops the clock with 1:45 to play on the run.
Smart play. Set you up. Second manageable. Now clock down to 1:45, trailing by 10, but driving. That puts Lincoln County at 400 yards of offense.
Lincoln County's offense has looked great here tonight. Horton will huddle up at the line, give some direction out to his receivers. Davis and Carter on the right side. Bennett and Lane on the left. Horton's going to roll the pocket to the right. Looks to throw to Carter. Caught.
And dropped it.
And loses it after he flirted with the sideline. Incomplete.
That's a tough catch. He's full momentum right into the sideline.
3rd down and 4. Ball placed at the Patriot 46. 1:40 to play in the game on the McKnight Funeral Home and Monument Company scoreboard. Stay tuned after the game as Dustin Oney will have interviews with our Inter-County Energy player of the game, our Seaboard Heating and Air player of the game, the Inter-County Energy lineman of the game, and hopefully we'll get a chance to catch up with Coach Jaggers. 3rd and 4. Lincoln needs a first to extend the drive and keep things alive. Sawyer's going to pass. Looks over the middle, throws a rope, caught. Elon Lane inside the 30. Nice throw and catch. Horton to Lane. A huge gain all the way down to the 25-yard line. That'll be a 29-yard pickup. And a 1st and 10 Bluegrass Drugstore first down with 1:30 on the clock. These refs are starting the clock quick here. They're not even getting the chains a chance to set up.
No.
They got to think about using the old spike ball here. Horton receives the shotgun snap. Pump fakes. Looks over the middle now. Bell County playing coverage. Throws it. Davis with a leaping catch. All the way down near the 10-yard line and gets out of bounds. Another first down with 1:09 left in the game. Lincoln County inside the red zone. Maybe inside the 10 with that mark. It is going to be 1st and goal from the 9. Connor Davis with another grab. He's having a huge night here.
Horton 287 yards passing. Big touchdown here would go good.
Horton will look to throw again. Looks right, now sprints out to the left. Looking in the end zone. Fires back, incomplete. Had Carter breaking open. And one thing, the evolution of Sawyer Horton is happening right before our eyes here tonight. He is surveying the field, being patient, working that pocket, and he's putting in a fine performance here tonight for this Patriot offense.
And credit to his line, too, giving him time.
Absolutely.
Even they'll give him 3 or 4 seconds, and if nothing's open, that's when he goes to make a play, and we've seen him make several tonight.
1:02 left in the game. 1st and goal from the 9. Horton rolls out to the left, looks to throw. Has Lane, short hops him. Elon had broken free right on the goal line.
Be a long throw if he could have made that.
Would have been a tough play. Stops the clock, nonetheless, here with 58 seconds left in the game. Lincoln County trailing 40-30. 1st and goal from the 9. It's going to take a score and an onside kick to give yourself a chance here.
But you've given yourself an opportunity with that last stop, and that's what Lincoln County needed all game was a stop, and they finally got it and put themselves in position.
Lincoln County's ran 67 plays tonight, 445 yards. Bell County 481 yards. A explosive offensive night for both teams. Sawyer will work from the gun, twins both ways. Takes the snap, looks to throw to the right. It's caught by Bennett at the 5 and pushed out of bounds inside the 5 at around the 4-yard line. So Lincoln looking at 4th and goal from the 4 with 53 seconds left in the game. And this, obviously, Dustin, is the play of the game for the Patriots.
Every play gets more important as the game goes on. Got to have 4 yards here.
Could see Horton run this. Maybe the tight end dump. You got some options here. So 4th and goal from the 4, 53 seconds left. Sawyer takes the snap. Bell brings pressure. Horton steps up, lunges toward the end zone, falls over backward. He's close.
They're going to say
he's about an inch short. You got to be kidding me.
Unbelievable.
And a turnover on downs on the 6-inch line. Looked like Horton had fell backward and broke the end zone. They call him short, and that's going to do it.
Well, here's the thing. You have to run a play if you are Bell County. You can't just take a knee at this point. So, I mean,
a safety here.
A safety is a great thing if you're Lincoln County.
This thing's marked on the 6-inch line, all kidding aside. I don't know how that Sawyer didn't get in.
So maybe that was intentional. You get a safety, get the ball back, and you score.
Well, you just bring the house right here.
You bring everything, because if you don't get it, it don't matter, but you got to get it.
Bell County 1st and 10 from the 1. They run a quarterback sneak, and Lincoln can't stop it. Let's see if they can do anything with it. Whistle blown outside of 35 seconds. They might have to run one more play. Let's see when they decide to start the clock. And that's going to do it. Bell County's not going to have to run another play, as they'll be able to run the clock all the way out here, as 24 on the game clock and 30 on the play clock. And the Bobcats are going to escape Death Valley with a win here tonight in a shootout. Our final score, Bell County 40, Lincoln County 30. Stay tuned for the postgame show. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
You're listening to WPBK-FM, Crab Orchard, Stanford. I am Jill Smith from PBK Bank, which is a sponsor of this station, and we are glad to be a part of this hour of local radio programming. PBK Bank has been serving this area since 1906, and we are here to serve your banking needs.
Cornerstone Realty and Auction in Lancaster will make your dreams come true. Broker and owner Deonica Asbury and her team are ready to help you reach the real estate finish line. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or selling your existing home, navigating real estate can be tough. Let Cornerstone Realty and Auction make it easy. Specializing in Garrett, Lincoln, and surrounding counties, they're your local real estate experts. Cornerstone Realty and Auction, 859-329-8193.
It's me, Deputy Fife again, and I'm getting ready for the big game this weekend. You know who's missing the action? The folks at Bluegrass Drugstore. Well, they're so busy because folks keep heading there for the flu shots they need this year. Don't you miss the game or miss visiting Bluegrass Drugstore if you need a flu shot. I'll be at the game, watching the action. I mean working. Yeah, working. Just like those folks at Bluegrass Drugstore off North 127 Bypass in Danville.
Lincoln Football Postgame Show, presented by Pepsi Cola of Somerset, proud sponsor of area high school sports.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jonathan Alford with Animal Care Center. Let me and my compassionate staff at Animal Care Center help you take care of your furry family members. At Animal Care Center, we're well equipped to handle anything from general wellness visits to complex medical cases. Located on Highway 27 across from Sonic, call 606-365-7660 to schedule your appointment today.
Danville's Deal Maker, Bob Allen.
Save more during Jeep Adventure Days at Bob Allen Motor Mall. Hi, I'm John Welsh. Lease a new 22 Jeep Gladiator Sport S for only $329 a month for 42 months. $48.50 plus tax, fees, and first payment due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. Stock C22690. Bob Allen Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Fiat on Maple Avenue in Danville, or shop online anytime at BobAllenMotorMall.com.
Lincoln Football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
The Patriots fall tonight by a final score of 40-30 here at Death Valley in a shootout. Take a look at our scoring plays now, as it was a offensive show from both teams. Total yards, the Patriots end up with 454 yards. Bell County ends up with 481. So both teams got it done on the offensive end. Just neither team could make that big stop, and Bell County wins it tonight by a final score of 40-30. Some team stats here, as Lincoln County ends up with 162 yards on the ground, 4.2 yards per carry. Through the air, 292 yards for Horton. Huge game, 2 touchdown passes, both to Connor Davis. Several receivers stepped up and had a huge game for Lincoln County tonight, as Connor Davis with 2 touchdown grabs. Seth Horton, a huge night, 5 catches for 89 yards. Cody Carter, 4 for 54. Elon Lane, 3 for 50. Trevor Bennett, 2 for 29. So 5 different receivers getting the books with big offensive games for Lincoln County. Bell County wins it 40-30. Dustin Oney is headed down to the field. We'll catch up with our inter-county energy lineman of the game. We're going to go with Ross Gibson, who played that outside linebacker hybrid defensive end position tonight and had a great game. And then the Seabold Heating and Air player of the game, we'll go with Connor Davis. Could have went with several different Patriots tonight, but we'll go with Connor with those 2 touchdowns, and we'll get Dustin to catch up with those guys coming up next. You're listening to WPBK-FM 102.9.
Hungry for lunch? Looking for something different? Something fast? Stop by Coleman's Drugstore and Deli. Coleman's is more than a drugstore. It's the perfect meeting place for those of us who want lunch at a snap. Coleman's has different lunch specials daily. They're serving up hot, home-cooked southern dishes to sandwiches and wraps. And oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention my very favorite part of their menu, homemade desserts. What are you waiting on? Coleman's is located right in the heart of downtown Stanford. Your local hometown drugstore and deli.
Hey, it's Heather Brown from Dr. Andy Powell's new privately owned dental practice located in Lincoln Plaza, Cedar Creek Dental. Dr. Powell has served Lincoln County for over 6 years and is excited to continue to provide excellent state-of-the-art care for our community. We offer early morning and evening appointments to accommodate all schedules. At Cedar Creek Dental, Dr. Powell, Heather, Sarah, Jess, and Priscilla are committed to providing a simple, safe, pleasant, and enjoyable experience. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Lincoln Football Postgame Show, presented by Pepsi Cola of Somerset, proud sponsor of area high school sports.
Since 1957, Durham's Grocery at 606 Lancaster Street in Sanford has been serving Stanford and the surrounding community with a full line of groceries, fresh meats, quality produce, and a full-service deli with homemade salads. They offer money orders and are also a payment center for KU, Atmos Energy, AT&T, and more. For fast, friendly service all the way to your car, Durham's Grocery is big enough to accommodate, small enough to appreciate. That's Durham's Grocery.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, you know why we're here. The football season is back! Woo! And since that's too amazing to miss a single second's worth, Pepsi is officially giving you permission to always put football first. Like maybe those in-laws are back in town. Well, better hope they're football fans because your Sunday is completely booked. Long story short, crack open a Pepsi and don't let anything get between you and your football watching. With love, Pepsi, made for football watching. That's what I like.
Lincoln Football, presented by Bob Allen Motor Mall.
Patriots fall tonight 40-30 here at Death Valley. We'll quickly try to go through the scoring plays as Dustin waits on the post-game interviews. Bell County gets on the board first tonight with 7:21 on the clock in the first quarter on a Thomas 78-yard rush. 2-point conversion was good, made it 8-0. 4:44 to play first quarter. Horton finds Connor Davis on a 17-yard touchdown pass. Lincoln converts the 2-point conversion on a Horton rush, and it's 8-8. Second quarter, 11:14 to play. Thomas on a 3-yard run for Bell County and converts for 2, makes it 16-8. Lincoln County it quickly answers again on a Seth Horton fumble recovery in the end zone, and then a Horton-to-Horton shovel pass made it 16-all. Second quarter, 2:40 to play. Bell County on a Burnett to George Pace 13-yard pass on 4th and goal from the 13. Made it 22-16, and then Thomas runs it in for the 2-point conversion. Thomas Daniel to make it 24-16. Third quarter, Bell County scores first to extend the lead to 32-16. Lincoln County answers on a Horton 3-yard rush, and then a Horton 2-yard conversion made it 32-24. Thomas scores again on a 26-yard rush. Thomas Daniel, and they made it 40-24 after another 2-point conversion. Lincoln scores the last touchdown of the game on a Horton to Davis 21-yard pass. And that was our final score. No conversion, 40-30, 2-point conversion, no good. Patriots lose by 10. Dustin is down there now. We're getting set up for our interviews. Our inter-county energy lineman of the game is going to be Ross Gibson, who had a wonderful game on that defensive line. Seabold Heating and Air player of the game will be Connor Davis with those 2 touchdown catches and a huge night through the air as he hauled in 5 catches for 70 yards, 2 touchdowns. Seth Horton also with a great night. Could have went with either guy tonight. And then Sawyer Horton, what a game for the junior quarterback. 292 yards passing, 2 TDs. Also a big night on the ground for him as he had 72 yards rushing. Dustin now trying to catch up with the guys. As he's ready to go, we'll get him going.
Let's even go up. Don't do that.
Okay, we've caught up to our inter-county energy lineman of the game and our Seaboat Heating and Air player of the game. Who wants to go first? Go with the lineman of the game? All right, we gave it to you, Ross. And let me see if I can turn this around. I'm not the most. There we go. All right, Ross, we gave you you earned. We didn't give you nothing. You earned the inter-county energy lineman of the game. You kind of play that hybrid position where, linebacker / lineman in that stand-up position, making plays all over the field tonight. What did you see where you could make a huge impact?
I need to squeeze more. Yeah, I just didn't squeeze good tonight.
Well, no, we thought you did great. And, obviously you can look back on film and see other players, but, what I meant to ask was, what did you see in film leading up to this week that, could lead you to that position to make good plays?
Honestly, just our coaches, honestly. We practice all week, just trying to squeeze and then wait for it to bounce or just kind of, go up the middle. And that's what we did, or we tried to do tonight.
And then, throughout the night, in that stand-up position, trying to stop their backs, they're tough, they're good. But, multiple times, if there was a big play, you were somewhere involved. And, what can you take from this game leading off to, the rest of the season? Because, there's a lot of season left.
Yeah, we just need to keep the same energy and bring it next week.
Absolutely. Well, Ross, we appreciate it, and congratulations on being our inter-county energy lineman of the game. Look forward to talking to you more. All right. Now we have made that catch, but a beautiful catch, and then you had a touchdown later in the game. I believe we had you 5 catches for around 70-some, 80 yards.
I came out there with the same mindset I always do. You got to fire off the ball hard, show every rep like it's going to be a pass play, and then when it is a pass play, there you are, they're not expecting it.
And then also, offensively, we thought you had a well of a game, but defensively at the same time, you were there breaking up plays. You were, kickoff team, making plays down the field. And, how do you keep that energy up all game? It's just like this team never, ever quits.
I've always been an energetic guy, but I just always fly around to the ball. As long as you're flying, you're at least trying.
All right, and now you're on record. You got a brother that's in college playing football. You two have a 50-50 ball. Who's catching it? You can brag on yourself.
I'm going to have to give it to Clay. Because I know how he is. He's determined more. He's going to get that ball.
And then last question, I'll let you go be with your team.
Dustin Oney now going to catch up with Coach Jaggers, having some technical difficulty with the Facebook Live. We'll try to go back to him now. Dustin Oney with Coach Jaggers.
Hang in there.
All right, now we're joined by Lincoln County head coach Josh Jaggers. And Lincoln County fell to Bell County 40-30. But, Coach, the score itself – let me turn this way slower. Yeah. The score itself, it's going to show up as a loss on the schedule, but it's not what we've seen out of Lincoln County tonight. And I know you're not a coach of moral victories, but heck of a fight.
I told him after the game, I said, you don't need me to tell you this because you got all kinds of support from your community, your parents. I said, but you don't let anybody tell you that you're not a dang good football team because you are. And they showed that again tonight. And I know it kind of sounds like the same song and dance, but they battled. We went, game of inches, get down in there for our first drive. We get inside the 10 and we don't score. Then we get down there closing it up, whether it was in or not. I think it was in. Of course, I'm going to be biased.
I will agree with you.
Then I was like, I was waiting. That guy was waving it off, so it was back lane on the goal line. But they're just battling, and they are. They're a great bunch of young men. They're a good football team. whole lot of young faces out there that are making plays and battling and taking on. You know, I think Cal Prep's at our strength of schedule number 3 and 4A, something like that, behind Lexington Catholic and Louisville Central. It's ahead of Bull County.
Yeah. And you take a play here, a play there, and this seems easily 3 and 1. And
yes, it is.
And you know,
go ahead.
No, you're fine, Coach. I was just going to say, your junior quarterback Sawyer Horton threw for nearly 300 yards tonight. Game changer. I mean, was hitting receivers all across the field. If it wasn't for Sawyer already being named the MVP, him and Connor was a toss-up with both how they played. And, you know, just talk about his play tonight.
He's a warrior. He's just a warrior. You know, he just battles. You know, I mean, we ran tonight everything passing game that we did, you know, for the most part, except there towards the end when we were obviously calling obvious passing plays. Everything that we were doing, he was RPO and seeing. And we were running counter and power to death, and I just told him, I said, you got better view of me. You know, you're a legit quarterback. I said, you see something, take it.
Yeah.
And he's getting into his rhythm. And I'm saying he threw for almost 300 yards, and he might have rushed for another 100.
Absolutely, yeah, he was right around there.
You know, and then I mean the guys are, you know, they were moving guys around, wide receiver, whatnot. You know, of course, you know, a lot of people find Cody and Connor are coming into their own. Trevor Bennett had a big catch. Elam played great. You know, Seth, you know, played his butt off. I mean, just fingertips. You know, down there we ran that one pop pass right there, and that we've been hitting, and it was just that guy. You know, kid made a freaking play. You know, he got a 10 finger on it. You know, so I mean, all of them have just been playing their butts off, and I mean, it was there for the taking. And you know, I mean, we played 2 teams. You know, Danville and Bell. You know, I mean, the Danville game this year was essentially the same, you know, as the Danville game last year. I mean, call it what it is. And then, you know, we played a Bell County team that, you know, last year might have been a running clock or closer. I mean, I don't know.
It was a slow start.
It was a slow start. Yeah, it was a slow start. Yeah, I mean, and shoulda, coulda, woulda.
And now you got homecoming coming up this week. I mean, you got all the festivities coming up. I believe a parade's coming up, and different festivities. You know, what's your message going to be to the team this week as homecoming comes?
Just keep chopping. I told them, I said, this isn't anywhere any of y'all haven't been before. Any of us haven't been before. I mean, I've been in this situation before when, you know, being at LaRue County. You know, last year I said, guys, you can start off 1-5 and then flip the switch, you know, and found yourselves. And, you know, I said, you just keep chopping. Just keep playing. You know, I use this analogy to them the other day, talking about how, you know, going back to the NCAA tournament this year, and North Carolina was an 8 seed. They didn't look like an 8 seed when they got in the tournament. You know what I mean? It was like, oh, he's got, you know, they found their groove and all that. So, just keep. And I mean, I went out there and told them, I said, I love you. I love every one of you. Doesn't mean you're not disappointed. Don't be disappointed in yourselves. You know, I mean, we told him before the game, Coach Reiner, my offensive line coach at college, came in there and he told him, he said, be able to look yourself in the mirror knowing you laid everything out on the table.
Yeah.
And this team's been progressing every week, and tonight, I think without question, we laid every single thing out on the table.
And I think the fan base noticed. And, you know, this crowd, they're energetic. They're not giving up because they know the team's not giving up.
They're not giving up. I mean, they know who we're playing and what we're doing. And, you know, I mean, I know it sounds like it's on repeat, but we're 4 average football teams from being 4.
And we'll end it.
You know,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Not even average. I mean, better than average. I mean, so. I'm just proud of them. I mean, they're battling. They battle, and we'll keep doing that.
And we'll end it by saying this, Coach. I think everybody agrees with me. When this team clicks, it's going to be fun to watch.
It's going to be real fun to watch.
Well, Coach, we wish you the best next week against East Jessamine. And I think that's right.
Yeah.
And, of course, we'll be cheering you on, Coach, and you've got our support all the way.
Well, I appreciate it. I just want to thank everybody, thank community. I mean, y'all just stick with us. And I know I'm putting that obvious there because they are, but it's they got a daggone good football team here.
The way to be worth it.
That they're watching, and it's a great bunch of young men. That's the biggest thing. We got a bunch of good kids.
Absolutely.
A bunch of great kids. Not that they're not boys sometimes. It's like I'm 4 years old and I still got a little, I'm still a boy a lot of times as far as, big boys being boys. But just got a bunch of great young men and they're just fighting their absolute butts off.
Absolutely. Coach, we appreciate it, and we'll be rooting you on the rest of the way.
Sounds good, Dustin.
Yes, sir.
Everybody.
You were listening to Dustin Oney and Coach Josh Jaggers had a chance to catch up there and talk about tonight's big game where Lincoln County falls 40-30 here. One last look at some final stats. Patriots piled up 454 yards on the game, 162 on the ground, 292 through the air. Sawyer Horton running that read option, running and passing wise, played a marvelous game for the junior. Connor Davis, 2 touchdown grabs. Seth Horton, a big game through the air, too, as he had 5 grabs for 89 yards. Ross Gibson named our inter-county energy lineman of the game for his defensive efforts from that DN/outside linebacker spot tonight. But the Patriots on the short end of the scoreboard, 40-30. We'll be back at Death Valley next week for homecoming as the Patriots will host East Jessamine. We'll have all the action for you here starting at 6:45 with our pregame show. For Brad Smith, alongside Dustin Oney, Philip Smith on video, Tim Estes back in the studio. We appreciate you tuning in to another Lincoln County football broadcast. If you're traveling home, please do so safely. You've been listening to Lincoln Football on WPBK-FM 102.9.
You've been listening to high school football on WPBK-FM 102.9.